Hey, and welcome to the Dukes of Sports special pregame show for the 92nd game of the Green Wave hosting the Turners Falls Thunder Knee Indians.
92nd. I don't feel 92.
I don't either. I think I've been here for like 91 of them. I got the gray hair to prove it. Hey, I am Russ Brown from GCTV's Dukes of Sports, sitting alongside with my usual director, producer, and all-around guy,
Samuel Pyfrom.
Hey, Samuel, how's it going, man?
Oh, I wish the wind would die down because then it wouldn't be so bad. I'm going to be out on the field in a little while with the camera. Well, not on the field. If they'd let me, I would.
If you're on the field, someone's going to attack you with that jacket you got on, I promise you, man.
I'm going to wear my camouflage one. They won't see me.
Oh, there you go. You're going to wear the one with the white stripes on it?
No, it's actually camouflage.
Well, I mean, if you had green and white stripes, they would never see you, man. Hey, so we want to thank you for tuning into us today. Let's have a little political discussion. We were talking about the Indians versus your old team?
Frontier Redskins.
Redskins, man, oh, man. We're both going to get Bradshaw suspended from talking on television. We keep this up.
What did he say?
I don't know, but I gotta go Google it, man. When I get home tonight, I'm gonna Google it. So, you looking forward to a great game today?
I am, and like I was saying earlier, a great game for me is like that no one gets hurt. You know, the kids play, they have a good time. And, you know, it's not like it used to be back in, I guess I want to say the old days when the rivalry was like really, really heated. But I don't know, like the wins, losses. I didn't keep up with that. Joey White is on the middle school team, and they went undefeated. Great for Greenfield.
Oh, that is awesome for Greenfield. That means Coach Mike Kacheski got some great players coming up in the pipeline.
Oh, I heard him say a couple things, and they were all positive.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Way for them. Yep.
Well, as you and I are sitting here, we're watching Coach Chris and LaPointe and his team, the Turners Falls team down there doing some kickoff returns, some punting, getting warmed up, and boy, they need to warm up today, huh?
Everybody needs to warm up today. Yeah, I was going to say, I was thinking we were live. If you're home and you're coming out for the game, dress warm. Yeah, that would already be past tense. Anyway.
Well, hopefully everybody's home. Sitting, I believe the show's going to be on at 6:30 this evening, and then a bunch of other times. Yeah, Ian saying yes, it's going to be on 6:30, so that's great. So if you're actually here watching a game, go home and warm up, take a hot toddy or hot coffee, hot chocolate, whatever, and sit back at 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock, the game will be on. Now, unfortunately this year, because of the weather conditions and their poor health, two of my favorite people, Chris Collins and Bobby C., will not be here today.
I know, that's going to be weird without them because they've been here. I believe they've been here every year I've been here, and I've been doing this since the 90s.
Yeah, they've been here. There was one year I had to fill in for Bobby C. I actually did the color, and Chris Collins did the play-by-play, and that was fun working with Chris. Both of us had pneumonia, but we were here with troopers.
Oh, that's right. You got to sit inside where it was warm.
Comparatively, yes.
Wow.
But anyway, my heart goes out to both of these. I had a nice long chat with the C-Man last night, and I told him it was a good call on both their parts. They will be missed, but the game is in really good hands with Sean Hubert and Jeff Terrell.
And Green Wave just came out onto the field. They're doing warm-ups, and I don't know. I'm psyched for a good game. I think it's going to be a great game this year.
I am really psyched for it, too. You know, I don't care what the record is every year. This game is the game for these two teams.
That's true, because any team can beat any other team anytime, regardless of the record.
I do hope that Turners has more than 7 players, though. They look like they got about 7 guys out there.
3, 6, not much more than 7. No, you're right. Do they have that small? Oh, there's another one coming out.
Yeah, there's another guy. There's probably some more. I see a few more moving over there, probably getting dressed in the locker room. I bet that was a cold bus ride over this morning.
Well, don't they warm up the buses?
I'll be honest with you, I've driven the team many times, both Greenfield and Turners on these games, and by the time you get to the stadium, that's when the bus starts to warm up. Diesel does not warm well. It's not like a gas car.
I would never own a diesel.
You know, you got to take care of diesel. You got to, you know, de-gel them and DEF them and all the other stuff. But hey, you were saying earlier when we were doing our pregame chat about the rivalry, this rivalry is great, but it's not, as you said, like the old days when actually they hated each other. And I think part of that is because both coaches are friends. We've had them on the show, as you well know, and you can see the general warmth and affection these guys have for each other. They're good guys. Both are great guys. Both are, I consider, personal friends because I've done things with them and played softball with them and against them. But a good rivalry and both very well-coached teams.
I'm going to say technology has a lot to do with that, too, for the simple fact that you didn't have internet back then when that rivalry was heated. And now you got internet, you got Snapchat, you got all this stuff, and they all know each other. Of course, the tech school kind of brought a lot of people from different towns together too, so it's kind of like everybody knows each other now, you know?
Yeah, that's true. In the old days, you know, you didn't cross the river unless you were going to check out somebody else's girlfriend.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, I'm sure you have. I'm sure you have. Uh-oh. We've got Leisha over there taking some stills of us or a video. That's cool. It'll be on the internet before you know it. I love it. She looks cool in her glasses, doesn't she?
She really does.
You know, it wouldn't be a GC TV show without Leisha hanging around someplace taking pictures.
This is true. We always look for her to see if she's there.
We do?
Not there. It doesn't seem right.
Yeah, you're right. You know, at the fair parade, I was looking for, where are you, Leisha? Where are you?
Yeah, I know. I didn't have anybody behind me going, hey, you got this? You okay? Everything good? She always checks up on me. She always makes sure everything's going well for me when I'm running camera, which is awesome.
It is awesome. Hey, what a great staff here at GCTV. I got to tell you, from Oscar, Philippe, Alicia, Ian behind the camera today. Thanks, Ian. Appreciate you being here. Oscar even brought in a dozen donuts and a big jug of coffee for everyone this morning. What a cool guy, huh?
Yeah, oh, definitely. And thank you for the hot chocolate again.
Hey, you're welcome. And to be honest, I got to give a shout out to my good friends at Cumberland Farm. Now, I stop in here 5 or 6 times a week for a 99-cent cup of coffee. I stopped in this morning, got coffee for the staff and a hot chocolate for you, and doggone it, it was free on Thanksgiving. How do you go wrong with free?
You don't. Which one did you go to? The one in Turner's or the one in Greenfield?
I go to both of them, but usually one in Turner's because it's pretty close to my house. But thanks, Cumberland Farms. No wonder you're voted one of the best companies in New England to work for, because you take care of your customers pretty well.
They have really upgraded their stores and their staff. I remember when they were on the lower, well, probably the middle of Federal Street. There's a dentist's office there now. Yep. And they used to have one on Main Street, too. I kind of missed that. It was close to my house.
You know what? When we get the show back up and running, because we're on hiatus right now because of my work schedule, I'm going to go ask them if they would like to be a sponsor. That'd be a great sponsor, wouldn't it?
That would be awesome.
We could get free Cumberland Farms coffee for all the shows. We'd all be wired. Hey, I got a couple of stats I want to bring out today. We've got 2 high-scoring offenses here today, led by Greenfield senior tailback R.J. Bird, who's actually got 21 touchdowns this year, 13 two-point conversions. He's leading the league with 152 points scored.
Wow.
That is incredible for like a 10-game season. That's just outlandish. And then Turner's Falls is led by Wyatt Keith. Wyatt Keith has got 23 touchdowns, but only 1 two-point conversion for 139 points, and has rushed for 1,114 yards. Wow.
Wow. Hey, we got some background music. You hear that?
I do.
That was about to rock.
Rock, we salute you.
Little AC/DC action.
AC/DC, man. Nothing wrong with a little Back in Black. You got it, man. Yeah. Hey, we got some great receivers on the field too. Greenfield's led by Danny Vega, who's got 471 yards receiving and 8 touchdowns on 11 receptions. That's pretty cool. And on the Turner side, you've got Andy Craver, who's got 425 yards receiving with 7 touchdowns. So these are 2 high-powered offenses.
Nice. See, I didn't know any of those stats, but from what you're saying, it's going to be a good game. Any seniors on the team that are losing?
Well, R.J. Bird for Greenfield specifically is the main one I'm seeing. And also the Turner's Falls quarterback, who is Kyle Dodge. He's a senior. Now, he's passed for 596 yards with 7 touchdown TDs. His best game came back on, we had 144 yards passing on 10 for 20. That's pretty solid for a high school guy.
That's really solid. Yeah, definitely.
And over on the Greenfield side, they're led by Orrin Phelps, who's got 225 yards passing with 4 TDs. So, again, a couple of high-powered offenses. They get the job done. This has been a great series. Greenfield is ahead all time, 60 wins, 23 losses, 8 ties. Greenfield had 2 very long winning streaks. Back in 1950 to 64, they won 15 years in a row. And 85 to 95, they won 11 years in a row. Now, Turner's just had a 6-game winning streak broken last year.
Yeah. So, people ask me, who are you going to pick? Who are you going to pick? You know what? I've lived in Turner's, I've lived in Greenfield. Like I always say, I stay neutral during this game because, like I said, I've lived in both places. Who's going to win? I don't know, but you always pick somebody every year.
Yep.
Who's your pick? You got somebody?
Yeah, I'm picking Turner's this year because of the seniors they have on it now, although I'm a little afraid of that because of R.J. Bird, because he could take a game over, score 4 or 5 touchdowns. But I'm going to pick Turner's. I'm going to go with Stash Kaczynski, my neighbor from Turner's Falls, pick by 3.
Now, who'd you pick last year?
I picked Turner's last year, and Greenfield had a tremendous upset. Do you remember 4th and 23?
Yes.
That was with like 3 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Greenfield down a score. Kutch pulled it out of, I have no idea, what a tremendous play. One of the best plays I've seen in high school sports ever. 4th and 23 to get the 22-18 win.
That's amazing.
That was one heck of a play. That was a good way to break a 6-year losing streak.
Love to see some of these guys go on to college football and then into the pros. I was thinking about that this morning when I was getting ready to come over here. It's like, it'd be awesome to see some local boy make it big, you know? That would be great.
Well, we had, I think it was Shusnik several years ago who made it into like NFL Europe. So we get some people, but I got to tell you, college sports is so tough. They're so big and fast and strong. And then out of about every 100 players that goes to college, 1 goes to the NFL. And their average life expectancy in the NFL is only 3 years.
Yeah. Shushnik. Now, that's a local name that's synonymous with sports.
That's definitely a local name, especially with Greenfield football and baseball. You got that. Hey, there's the Turner's cheerleaders walking in, and they look cold. Look at them all. I wonder how many layers they got on.
Oh, I don't know, but you know what? Gotta say, rough being a cheerleader on a day like this, just standing on the sidelines, and then they do. Wait, did they do the halftime or just the band?
Sometimes they do halftime pom-poms. It depends upon what they do. I had a chance to talk to the Turner's cheerleaders. They were down at Food City in Turner's Saturday selling raffles, so I sat and chatted with them about 5 minutes and told them what a great job there, how much we enjoy watching them, and asked them when they come into the game, and they all knew it was going to be cold. They said, yeah, we'll be there, but we're going to be cold.
See, now that's team spirit.
That is team spirit. Oh, yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. When people go, oh, it's going to be chilly tomorrow. No. It's cold today.
Chilly is when you only need 1 layer on. Cold is when, like us, you got 6 layers on.
When I think of chili, I'd rather have it in a bowl and be eaten with crackers and cheese.
Well said, sir. Well said.
I don't know why they call it chili, though. It's served hot.
Must be because of the chili in it, the chiles in it. Chiles.
Ah, chile.
Well, I do have the newspaper here from yesterday and today. I want to thank the great staff, Jay Batinsky and all those guys down at the Recorder, for the great stories they've had the last couple of days. And I also want to thank the staff at Mass Live. I went in there and cheated and got a bunch of stats last night for today.
Nice.
Because we lost. Oh, sorry, what are you saying, man?
I was just going to say both teams just left the field, probably going in to get warm. They warmed up out here, now they're warming up in there.
You're absolutely right. Well, good for them, because we got 45 minutes to game time right now.
Yeah.
So you're going to be out in the camera for the game?
I am going to be on the camera on the sidelines. I don't know how many years ago it was when we were here, and they had me up on the bleachers, and I said, I'd like to be able to get closer down there and get closer shots. So they run a cable all the way down onto the field, and I go up and down this sideline on the Greenfield side. I would love to be able to walk around and get on that side too, but cable only goes so far,
Yeah, and then someone would trip over the cable. I guarantee one of the players trip and you'd cost them a touchdown. That'd be
I don't mean I'd go across the field with the cable. No, I meant going around, but it would be nice to be able to move wherever,
Maybe the next contract time we have to ask Comcast for wireless cameras.
Did you know Adam Sandler was here?
No, is he? Where is he?
His music's playing.
Yeah, I know. I can hear Adam Sandler in the background. Good New Hampshire boy,
He is?
Yeah. I actually have a friend who used to go to the same vet as Adam Sandler for his dog, and they sit and chat all the time up in New Hampshire, up Manchester.
Oh, I did not know that.
Didn't know it until he told me that. So he's a New England boy. That's why he can root for all the New England teams.
Well, the movie Grown Ups was shot in Massachusetts.
Yep, like Salisbury, right?
I'm not sure. It says New England on the beginning, like the caption across it. And on the end, I always watch the credits just because I like to know stuff. And it said filmed in Massachusetts, so I'm not sure where it was.
I believe it was Salisbury, Amesbury, up the north coast.
Definitely a beautiful area, though.
Yeah, and they do have a water park up there, so when they went to the water park, they were at a water park there.
That would make sense. Yes.
Yeah, a lot of Sandler movies, a lot of, you know, the big guy movies that's his friend filmed in Mass. Remember The Zookeeper?
The Zookeeper.
Was filmed in the Franklin Park Zoo over in Boston.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, cool. So anyway,
he'll be here today watching.
I doubt that. He's probably down in Dallas watching the big game, you know, underneath the hood. Hey, this is the Thanksgiving song. That's why they're doing that. Yeah,
I know. I just realized that. Yeah.
I can remember watching it on Saturday Night Live back when he was on. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, he's actually a very accomplished guitarist. I saw him play. Not live, but I saw him play on TV, and he was doing a stand-up. His stand-ups are not like his movies, but he was doing a tribute to Chris Farley, and he can really play that guitar. He's good.
That's good to know. Good to know. Cool. Hey, so what's your favorite Turkey Day memory last 15, 20 years?
Of, you mean
anything?
Football?
Football, yeah.
Oh, wow. Geez, you put me on the spot.
Anything really? I got to tell you some of my memories. The first one I went to with my wife when we were dating, I believe it was 1981, and we had 2 foot of snow on the ground, and I actually sat in the Turners Falls bleachers with her and froze my bippy.
Well, you know, it's funny because whenever the game is over here, it always seems to be really, really cold. We had one year it wasn't too bad, but we had one year that it was snowing like crazy, and oddly enough, there was probably about 50 people in the Greenfield bleachers, which I'm sorry to say, but nowadays is a crowd.
Yeah, it's not like.
Remember back in the day because I lived up on the corner, Silver Country Club years ago, and when I was in junior high school, and I'd walk over to the game,
Yep.
and there was no place to sit on the bleachers.
No, absolutely. Yeah, it used to be. I'm reading some reports from the old days, and in the 50s and 60s, you get 10,000 fans out here.
Yeah, it was crazy. Of course, in the 50s I wasn't born in the 50s. In the 60s, I didn't come to the games till the 70s when we lived in Greenfield. And I remember standing up where the scoreboard is and standing out there. They even got bleachers out there now. But I remember standing behind the rope over there watching the game. And this place was crowded, packed, both sides.
Even 10 years ago, 3,000 or 4,000 people. Part of the problem is there's so much going on nowadays, and you know, in family commitments. I know that so many people that used to come here now host family parties, you know, family get-togethers. I understand that completely.
Yeah. Well, plus a lot of people just don't want to be. Oh, look, there's a Turner's team.
Yeah, and I just counted 21.
Yeah, nice. Like you said, you knew there was more.
I was hoping there was more.
Oh yeah, I knew there was. I knew there was, definitely. But I don't know, a memory that was a good memory as far as filming goes.
Sure, yeah.
One year we were over in Turner's when we were filming for MCTV, and it was so warm over there. It was like 50-something degrees. I was out there with my high-top sneakers on, my jeans, and a jean jacket, my baseball cap, and I was down on the sidelines filming the game. It was a beautiful day. Unfortunately, I do not remember who won, but I remember it was a great game, and I was so warm, and it was nice. I wish today was 50.
Well, me too, but hey, we're going to get it this weekend. But hey, we'll suffer. We're New Englanders. We know what we're doing. I'm going to tell you some of my favorite memories, because for so many years when I was over here with my fiancée, now my wife, that wind's bad, yeah, was Greenfield would always romp. And I remember the first time that I saw a Turners Falls win, I think it was '96. And I remember the town of Turners Falls exploding. I think that was under Coach Fran Tugneri, in just pleasure, and finally beat them. As I said, there was a 15-year and a 10-year winning streak, for 11-year winning streak for Greenfield, who just dominated for so many years.
Yeah, Coach Tugneri's living in Florida now, right?
Yeah, and his wife is, of course, teaching ice skating down there.
Yeah, Carrie. Yeah,
Carrie. Yeah.
I used to do filming for her at the Mullen Center for Wounded Warrior.
Wounded Warrior. Yes, you did. You're a good man. You volunteered every year. That was great. Yeah. I saw Coach. He was up for a couple of months to come back and visit. Now where he belongs in Florida, where it's warm. Yep. Lucky guy. Yeah, and Carrie does a lot of teaching down there, and a lot of the Florida Panthers she teaches.
Nice.
How to be faster, better skaters, quicker skaters, movement.
Yeah, she's really good at what she does.
Well, if you remember, we've had her on a show. She came with a whisker going to the Lake Placid Olympics as a skater herself, with a whisker, like by 100th of a point. She was that good. So we wish her both luck. Hey, you know who I want to send a shout out to because we don't have the show? I want to send a shout out to the fantastic Green Wave field hockey team. Aaron Thayer, I believe, is the coach. They came with a whisker of a state championship against a much bigger team. It was awesome.
You know who else we should give a shout out to?
Who's that?
The guy who started the Dukes of Sports.
You mean Randy?
Randy, yes I do.
Hey Randy, if you're watching us down on the Cape in your retirement, congratulations. He's still doing a show down there, you know?
Yeah, you told me that.
But he doesn't have you and I for comic relief. He says it's kind of bland.
Well, you know.
And Philippe the tease.
I'll bet he's still doing little controversial remarks here and there.
Absolutely, that's Randy, man. Just get under your skin, you know?
Yeah.
He was Trump before Trump.
Yeah, gotta give a shout out to Mike Hadron also,
yep.
Who, you know, this was his niche, local sports.
It was, and I saw Mike last night and offered him to come again. I said, "Are you effing kidding me? He's too cold." Yeah. He's sitting in someplace with a nice warm cup of coffee or something in his hand with his wife and family and the Cadre clan and enjoying himself today. So, Mike, thanks, buddy. You did a great job with us. We appreciate you immensely.
One more shout out. Marisa,
I haven't seen her in months. Have you?
I have not seen her in months either, but she was fun to do the Dukes of Sports with.
Yeah, it was great to have a female perspective, and she was very intelligent and glib, so we miss her too. Yep. We've had some great people on the show over the years.
And I hope all the people we just mentioned are going to have a happy Thanksgiving today, and they're nice and warm in their house.
We hope everybody's having a happy Thanksgiving. I don't know about you, but my left butt cheek is now frozen to the stands.
What'd you say, your butt cheek?
My left butt cheek, yeah.
Oh, well, my whole, yeah, no, I could go back in the booth and get warm. That would be awesome.
Awesome, man, awesome. Hey, Ian, where are we doing time-wise, buddy? Any idea? Hey, we're having fun. Who cares?
All right, so both teams are back on the field.
Awesome. Yeah, Greenfield's got a much bigger team. Look at that. They got about 30 players out there with some guys not dressed. The Greenfield cheerleaders are down here doing some warm-ups. I love the wave cheer jackets they got on. Those are cool.
I'm sorry. I'm just sitting here thinking how cold I am.
We're New Englanders. We're not cold. At least it ain't snowing, man. It ain't snowing. That's a big key.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna snow today. We've done a few of these where it's been snowing like crazy.
You got it right. Oh, you know what? I'll take the sunshine. They did a great job clearing the field off. It looks really, as we were mentioning in the pregame, it looks rock solid. As in, when you get tackled, you're gonna know it.
Pretty clear sky. No, there's a few clouds, but you know, nothing. It's nice and sunny out, as opposed to, you know, a few years back here when the players couldn't see all that great. It was snowing like crazy. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, I remember that game. It was actually a fun game. I love football in the snow.
It was a fun game because it was snowing like crazy.
It just adds another element to it, and on television it looks major. I watched that game that night. I was like, yeah, that was fun.
Well, we know there'll be no sliding on the snow and no sliding in the mud because there's neither. The field is pretty clear.
Yeah, it is. Definitely is. So I'm definitely looking forward to a great game today. You know what my prediction? I'm thinking something like 36-33.
Close game. Wow.
Well, I figure these teams can score, and they both have a lot of offensive weapons, well coached, and great players. So I'm looking forward to great, even though it's cold. So I'm not looking for a lot of area. I'm looking for a lot of ground game.
I like a close game. I don't like a one-sided victory or a huge blowout. That's never fun. Whether you're watching the middle school kids, high school, college, or the pros, I don't like a complete total blowout.
Did you happen to watch Monday night's game, 54-51?
I did not. Gus, you know what I was doing Monday night.
Sleeping.
No, I was watching Monday Night Raw.
Oh, that's true, that's true. Actually, I had a long day at work, so I got home from my poker game about 8 o'clock, and I took a nap, which lasted till 6 o'clock the next morning.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
But I missed a good game.
Well,
what kind of Dukes of Sport am I?
Why didn't you DVR it?
Because I'm not that smart. Besides which, my wife has all kinds of Masterpiece Theater on DVR. It's kind of full.
Oh, nothing wrong with Masterpiece Theater.
No, nothing wrong.
Given the choice, I'd rather watch football.
Well, or Monday Night Raw. You got that right.
Dude, my butt's about frozen to this bleacher.
Mine too, man. Mine too, man. Hey, but that's okay. Again, we're New Englanders, and we're out here for you, the family, our friends and family sitting back home watching in the warmth of your own living room. Think they're going to have a crowd here today?
No.
Me neither, unfortunately.
It's too cold. You know, like I said, it wouldn't be bad. Oh, he said wrap it up. All right. All right. Well, I'll let you wrap this up.
All right, hey, so we just got the word from the booth from our good friend John Meisner and Philippe to wrap it up. So once again, we're here at in the frozen tundra of alumni, whatever it is, Veterans Field in Greenfield, Mass. The 92nd annual Turkey Day game. Greenfield Wave hosting the Sterners Falls Thunder, and a very frozen Russ Brown and
Samuel Pfeiffer, and I'm going to say go Green Wave and go Indians. Yeah, I said Indians.
Let's go Indians. So we're going to say thank you all for watching. We'll see you again in 2 years or maybe even next year. Have a happy Thanksgiving and don't eat too much turkey.
Oh, eat as much turkey as you want, then take a nap.
All right, then eat the apple pie. Thanks all. Have a great game.
All of our productions at GCTV are sponsored in part by Bay State Health, providing the care you and your family need when you need it close to home. Visit them online at baystatehealth.org. Greenfield Savings Bank. Visit them at 400 Main Street in Greenfield. Call them at 774-3191 or go online to greenfieldsavings.com. Greenfield Community College, providing access and excellence in higher education in the Pioneer Valley. Visit them at gcc.mass.edu. The Hammond Family. The Hammond family are longtime supporters of Greenfield Community Television. New Fortune Chinese Restaurant on the Mohawk Trail in Greenfield. Visit them online at newfortunema.com. Call them at 772-0838 and check them out on Facebook. Real Cleaning Services, cleaning Hampshire and Franklin County since 1972. We don't cut corners, we clean them. Check them out online at realclean.com. Call them at 413-422-1143. People's United Bank, located at 45 Federal Street in Greenfield. You can call them at 774-3713 or visit them online at peoples.com. The Solar Store of Greenfield, replacing fossil fuels and nuclear power one home at a time. Visit them at 23 Fisk Ave. Call them at 413-772-3122 or visit them online at solarstoreofgreenfield.com. Thank you to our sponsors for supporting all of GCTV's productions. GCTV's coverage of the 2018 Thanksgiving Day football game is brought to you in part by Foster's Supermarket. Visit them at 70 Allen Street in Greenfield. Call them at 773-1100 or go online to fostersupermarket.com. GCTV staff, offering you TV and radio training, production, and support. Greenfield Garden Cinemas. Visit them at 361 Main Street, call them at 774-4881, or check them out online at gardencinemas.net. Replay Music Gear at 370 Avenue A in Turners Falls. You can call them at 413-863-3037 or go online to replaymusicgear.com. The Launch Family. The Launch Family are proud supporters of Greenfield Community Television. Dillon Chevrolet, located at 54 Main Street in Greenfield. Call them at 413-376-4135 or go online to dillonchevrolet.com. Brad's Place at 353 Main Street in Greenfield. Call them at 773-8460 and check them out on Facebook. Thank you to all of our sponsors.
Okay, so let's see, about face partridge. Yeah, we'll do it after Kieran Adams, and we'll probably be ready for the anthem and the kickoff, Dave, at that point. The way it's looking right now. The band's not going to do the national anthem?
No, they are.
That's what I thought.
It just got here last minute.
Just because one shoe doesn't make the other one do. Please.
right, Dave, we got it here.
I'm actually going to keep that. I think we all are in agreement. Sunny and cold is still better than.
And we are back here at Vets Field, Greenfield on the field, and now here comes Turner's Falls, as we are now just minutes away from 44 minutes at least of football to decide it. And Turner's Falls looking to get back on the winning track after having their 6-game winning streak against Greenfield on Turkey Day. It was a 7-game streak overall, counting their win earlier in the year 2 years ago. So they are looking to get a victory again, and Greenfield trying to get a winning streak going. The weather conditions have to be spoken about, obviously. It's very cold, very windy day. Sean, you and I were both down on the field before the game, and at least right now, it is rock hard. I mean, you could play this game literally in the parking lot over in front of Collins Moan Arena, and it probably wouldn't be any softer than it is, or wouldn't be any harder than it is on that football field. With the sun and with the players, running around and chewing things up, it'll soften up a bit as the game goes along, but it's rock hard right now.
Well, it was interesting last night up at Mohawk, Frontier Mohawk, and it had that hard crust on top, but then there was mud underneath it. You kind of get through that top layer. Here, they were able to clear this field, I believe, yesterday, and it's completely clear of snow. Just a little bit along the sidelines, and where they had to push it to the sides. But otherwise, the field, as you said, rock hard right now. So again, good for footing. Bad to be tackled on.
Turner's Falls now coming out. Great year for them. They won. They lost their first game, and then they lost their playoff game, but a lot of W's in between, including really the game of their season, the game that put them in the driver's seat to win the Inter-County League North title. That was that overtime thriller in South Deerfield. They came back from a 2-score deficit to win that game in overtime. That probably was our highlight of the year, Sean.
Oh, that was a great game. And again, with those showdown games, we never really know what we're going to get, but we got everything that we thought we were going to. And as you said, Turner's Falls with 7 straight wins after that opening loss to Lee, and then their next loss was the playoff game against Huzik. And again, they lost that game 12-6. They turned it over 4 times and really had opportunities to win that game. But previous to that, they were putting up a lot of points. I mean, they put up 35 against Athol, 35 against this Greenfield team, 27 against McCann, 28 against Maher, 35 against Frontier and Tech, and then 39 in the next showdown. East Hampton, that was for the league title, and they beat Hampton 39-30. So again, prolific offense. Just one bad game there against Huzik. They went up and pasted Greylock with 56 on them. The ball. Just a bad game right there for them.
Yeah, they have had little trouble finding the end zone this year, and again, it will be incumbent upon this Greenfield team to at least slow them down a little bit, if not a lot of it. And if they do get scoring opportunities, they definitely are going to take advantage of them, because if they fall behind by a few scores, it could be tough for the Wave to come from behind. And as I mentioned, in that victory, the overtime win on the road at Frontier, Turner's Falls was able to come from behind. I think between these two teams, if one team falls behind by multiple scores, I would have to say Turner's Falls would have a better chance of coming from behind than the Green Wave.
I would absolutely agree with that. I noticed in last week's game against Greylock, they scored 8 touchdowns. Tyler Lavin was 8 for 8 with his extra point kicks. We remember this season, so very dependable. And of course, he could kick a field goal if they were in that situation as well. So Turner's Falls has some options with their kicking game.
We are going to see Turner's Falls with the ball first, as Greenfield will be kicking off, as we are getting very close to the opening kickoff here, Turkey Day 2018. Greenfield in their home green jerseys and the green helmets with the G logo on the side, which was their logo back in the 1970s. They brought it back this year. It's the same G that the Green Bay Packers have and the Georgia Bulldogs on the collegiate level. It's that same G. Those of you that have lived in Greenfield for a long time certainly can remember that.
Turner's
Falls will be
the
visiting in white
of the national
with
anthem,
their blue. And
led
now,
by the Greenfield High School Band,
Greenfield High School
under the direction
marching
of
band
Mrs.
will
Maria
now perform
Cortera.
the Star Spangled Banner. As you could probably hear, we do have the enclosed booth here, just as we did last night, Jonathan Buckland. I mean, we are a very cold time of the year, very, very cold Thanksgiving. This has to be the coldest Turkey Day game that we have done. The one game that I remember that was very cold, 1994. So we're talking 24 years ago. Over here at Vets Field, and we were in the old booth back then.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember the wind was just blowing from the west right into the booth all morning long.
Oh, we were just saying the last tail end of this season, we were Frontier, it was pouring rain the entire game, and next day we were up in the Berkshires and hovering around cold and 40. And yeah, so these last 3-4 games here have not had the best conditions for players or broadcasters. But, you know, I was talking to a couple of the coaches. Remember 2-a-days during the summer? How hot it was? Remember how much you guys hated that? Well, here you go.
Hunter Campbell has it teed up right now on the 40-yard line. Greenfield will be kicking from the right side. He was not going to make it all the way down to Wyatt. And he has Jaden Whiting a little bit, that's Craver actually, up a little in front of him.
I was going to say, does Kacheski go onside here to start the game? Wouldn't shock me.
Well, we don't see in high school football for the most part anymore. The deep men rarely get their shot to come all the way back. We will see what happens here. Keith is deep. Campbell set to kick it off. 11-minute quarters here. And we are all set for football at Vets Field, and he does hit a line drive right up the middle. It goes off. Craver comes. 36-yard line, so reasonably good field position to open the game for the Turner's Falls offense.
Hit that right down the middle, and again, that field is super hard. That ball is also going to be cold and hard. It took a big bounce and bounced off Craver's shoulder. Did go right to Wyatt Keith, so fortunate for him to be kind of right behind him there where the ball popped into his arms. And he took it over the 35. We'll call it the 36-yard line here for the Turner's Falls offense to open up the game.
Backs are in the I formation, Lavin and Keith. Receivers to either side. They go to Wyatt Keith right up the middle, stacked up by Greenfield. And he brings the ball to around the 39-yard line, just shy of the 40. Let's see where they actually put it down. They put it right at the 40-yard line. Give him a gain of about 4 there. Second down coming up for Turner's Falls.
Well, that's one of the things about Wyatt Keith. Again, he's a big kid. He's 6'1", 190, and many times he gets met at the line of scrimmage just like right there, but still able to get a pretty decent gain. 4 yards there, so it'll be 2nd and 6 for Turners.
Whiting and Craver come to the near side right. They go back to Wyatt Keith on the left side. He bowls ahead close to the first down. Greenfield is able to drop him before he gets the first down, but this is going to be 3rd and short for the Thunder.
Well, I'll tell you, you could see they're trying to rip that ball out, and we're actually having some words already after the second play of the game. They're kind of jawing at each other a bit.
Which I like. I mean, honestly,
why not?
Sometimes there's so much love. I mean, you know, for 364 days of the year, a lot of these guys tend to be close. They play on sports teams together elsewhere. But yeah, today, not so much.
No,
not at all. 3rd and short. Keith, first down and more into the secondary, he's down to the 20. 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Wyatt Keith.
Wyatt Keith.
He takes it, what is that?
54, I think.
54 yards for the score, 6-0.
It's been a pleasure to watch. He's a nice young man, and he's just so happy to be playing ball again. He's one of the kids that came down from the co-op. Pioneer sent down 5-6 kids. Wyatt Keith, obviously, a huge part of this football team, over 2,000 yards now. He's ahead of Ryan 2K, Ryan Wilder, so he holds the record here in the Valley for over 2,000 yards, and a big run to start this game for Wyatt Keith.
So Turner's Falls jumps out in front, and they will kick. Kyle Dodge will be holding for Tyler Lavin. Excellent kicker.
Tyler Lavin will be kicking.
The snap is back. Placement down, the kick is on the way, and the kick is good. We'll take a timeout here.
the kick
9:31
is
to play
good.
here in the first quarter.
And with
And on the
9:31
CarQuest of
remaining in the
Greenfield,
first
South
quarter,
Deerfield and Shelburne scoreboard, Turner's Falls 7,
7.
Greenfield nothing.
Greenfield Green Wave nothing.
I want to rethink that decision on kicking.
Dave will do it. Yes. Okay.
Bill?
No, it's not that.
Kicking off, Wyatt Keith, deep for the Green Wave, RJ
Up at around the 20-yard line.
Big shot.
7-0 Turners. That did not take long.
Keith, again, 100 yards in 5 different games. Coming off his best game of the season against Greylock, 29 carries, 306 yards. Touchdown in his last game. Pick it up. He left off 62 yards on 3 carries and into the end zone.
Let's see what the strategy is on this kick now. And he hits a line drive to the center of the field. It goes down. It's picked up by Sack at the 20, across the 30, 35, across the 40, up to the line. So good field position now for the Green Wave in their opening drive. And basically, Turner's Falls has just punched. Now it's time for Greenfield, hopefully for them to counterpunch.
First and 10.
Maybe Sean will get a scoreboard to get to
42
work.
Well, again, we knew we'd get some points, and no.
Owen Phelps under center for the Green Wave. Bird with the carry.
Falls defenders, including 54 Jake Wilson.
Really, the reason
Wilson on the stop.
Bird isn't closer to 2 yards. Bad game that he had. A bad game with Falls. Just 20 yards on the ground for him. They had him in the back carries, then he got through the line.
Yeah, the Greenfield line had a really rough time that night against this Turner's Falls line. That's usually all that RJ needs, just a little
Sure.
high formation. They go to Bird left side, hit at the line of scrimmage, and only a
Bird on the carry.
to the 46-yard line. And will be third down at about 5 or so.
Stop
from
by
there.
Jake
So let's see if
Wilson.
Greenfield attempts their first pass. Phelps, couple straight Bird carries.
Top of the yard, third.
Yeah, we'll
and
call it.
6.
Yeah, we'll give him a 4 on the 2 carries. So yeah, 36 here
36.
for Green.
19 to play here in the first quarter. Turner's Falls 7, Greenfield nothing. Wyatt Keith, 54-yard touchdown run on 3rd and short. High formation. Sack comes to the near side left. Up top on the right is Vega. Hazelton blocking for Bird. Short drop over the middle. It is caught into the secondary. This could go for a touchdown, and it will. 20-10-5 touchdown. Dion Casanova. And Greenfield now is back to within 1. It is 7-6.
Yeah, 54 yards on the slant, and again Casanova. He's big, but he's quick as well, and caught the ball in stride, perfectly thrown by Phelps. As Vig was, as he was cutting through the middle of the field, Casanova, and then he was just off to the races. He was not going to get caught. So Turner's Falls scores on 3 plays. Greenfield comes back, scores on 3 plays.
I'll tell you, Sean, this game is less than 5 minutes old, and it's been a thrill already.
Oh, yeah, again, yeah. Now, Greenfield always goes for 2 here. They generally do not kick for the extra point.
So they will try to actually take a lead here. We'll see what kind of play call they go with here.
And the Green Wave lines up the 2-point conversion attempt.
And Vega to the far side right. The lone back is RJ Bird. It'll be a pitch to the right. With those blockers out there, RJ trying to get to the corner, and he does.
RJ Bird is in for the 2-point conversion.
Time out on the field, 7:51 to play here in the first quarter. And on the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield and Shelburne scoreboard, it's now Greenfield 8, Turner's Falls 7.
Turner's Falls Thunder 7.
And Dave, this will be a 30 again. This will be a 30.
That's right. That's right.
It's really have to let that clock run a little bit every now and then, it'll never get out of here.
Yeah, swap a little more.
If you share the space here, that's great. Thanks.
How's this, better?
A little bit, I think so. Thanks.
No problem, sorry.
That's okay.
So Jeff down to Keith on the opening drive, and they come back to now take a lead. They know they're playing the league champions. They're playing a team that handled them easily back in September. So they've already equaled their output in points from back in September.
Admittedly, their worst half of football of the season. Second half against Turners.
Line drive kick, center of the field. This is going to go back to Keith at his own 21, left hash mark, across the 25, across the 30. Breaks a tackle out to midfield and pushed out of bounds right at the midfield stripe. So a nice return for Wyatt Keith and a short field for Turners for this next drive.
Such a weapon, Wyatt Keith. Yeah, he gets his hands on that ball and looked as though that might go the distance. He was pushed out, let's see, over the 50-yard line. Let's see where they end up marking that thing. Looks like it's going to be right on it.
Right on the 50-yard line.
So another return, good return there by Keith. Turners Falls set up with really good field position. 8-7 game, 8-7 Greenfield right now.
That game in September, it was Turners 14-8 over Greenfield at halftime, and they outscored the Wave 21-0 in the second half, including a defensive touchdown, a pick six. Wyatt Keith got hit as soon as he got the handoff. Sack came up with a big sack there, keeps him to a gain of about 1 or 2. Well, one and a half.
All right, I'll give him the 1 just to be err on the side of caution.
Coming up.
We will see John Torres in this game at Sun Point. John Torres really carried the load last year for Turners Falls, and boy, he battled through some injuries and just made it back to play here in the last few weeks. He's had about 4 or 5 carries last couple of games for Turners.
On second down, play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Dodge is going to get sacked by Casanova. He's still on his feet, finally thrown down. Dodge would not go down, but it's a loss of 11 back to the Turners Falls 40. It'll be third down and long.
Yeah, once he got in the midst of the big guy there, he had to get spun around a couple times, ended up with a little help to knock him down. But Dodge usually pretty quick to get to the outside, but the big guy was quicker, came up on the backside and was able to hold on.
Third and 20.
Got some help and the big sack there, all the way back to the 40-yard line.
Well, that tackle by Casanova reminded me of the tackles that lost Santiago, the great lineman for Greenfield. He used to make regular tackles, but he often was throwing people down.
He just spun them down. Yeah, absolutely
he
strong.
Very, very strong arm. You have to be strong to do that. All right, third down and 21 now for Turners Falls. Dodge does a straight drop, heavy rush, and throws through the hands of Wyatt Keith. Greenfield came with the heat. And Dodge, they could not set up the screen. It'll be fourth down.
Boy, that play would have worked. You had the guard and the tackle on the left side come unblocked. So Dodge really had very, very little time to turn and decipher the play and almost delivered it. Just slightly overthrown, but a caravan of Turners Falls players in front. That would have been a big play.
Nice defensive series that time for Greenfield. They'll get the ball back here. Hazelton and Vega are back at their own 30-yard line. Wyatt Keith. Snap goes back. Wyatt puts a toe to the pigskin, and he shanked it off the side of his foot on the right side. It goes out of bounds. Greenfield's going to get good field position here.
And the punt is
right around their own zone. The official comes out to the 45-yard line. So pretty sure.
He punishes that ball, but in this case, he really did get under it. You could see.
Look at the flagpole. The wind is blowing. I think the wind caught that as well.
That didn't help for sure, but yeah.
This might be a morning, Sean, where kicking more. It's hard to calibrate. It's hard to really do it. But kicking line drives, you get it up in the air, it's really going to sail.
Yeah, that one he definitely got under for sure. Right, the wind sure a factor, but not a great punt by Keith. Greenfield with the ball here to start this drive on their own 45-yard line.
6:06 to play here in the first quarter. Greenfield 8, Turners Falls 7. Backs are in the I formation. Double wideouts to the far side right. Long snap count. And they go to Hazelton on first down. Got hit by Wilson immediately. They'll give him a gain of 1 to 46. It'll be second down and 9.
Yeah, nice to see Hazelton back, missing a game or two there. And
second and 9.
About 4 or 5 carries last week we saw him. Again, he's been such a productive player for this team, offense and defensively. And he's a senior, obviously, playing his last game today. His first carry. Give him about a yard on that.
And Nate will go home today, have turkey dinner, enjoy the weekend, and then he'll go to basketball practice for Angelo Thomas
Starts
on Monday.
right?
Yeah, Monday.
Craziness.
Believe it or not. Throw the pass, it is tipped, but is caught by Hazelton, left sideline, first down, and he goes right over Driscoll. Turner's Falls 40-yard line and a first and 10 for the Wave. They're fired up. They know they're the home dog here today, but they're fired up.
I'll tell you again, a break there for the Green Wave as that ball was tipped up in the air, but still able to make the completion in the first down all the way down to the 40-yard line there.
Clock in motion, 5:10 to play here in the first half, in the first quarter rather. Greenfield leads by 1. Sack comes to the near side left. Vega up top on the right. Hazelton and Bird in the eye. Quarterback Phelps calls the signals. Gives to R.J. Bird. Spins through, gets stood up and pushed back. This forward momentum will bring it down to the Turner's 37, a gain of about 3. So he hasn't really broken one yet, but he's capable.
Every 7 yards so far for R.J.
Yeah, Turner's Falls has been the one thing that's been stuck in his craw during his career. Last Thanksgiving Day, 2 years ago here, that 36-0 Turner's Falls victory. They had a tough time that time again because of the Turner's Falls D line. 3 receivers to the near side left on second down. The pitch goes to Bird. He'll take it on the left side, looks to turn the corner, does so, and he has the first down still going, driven out of bounds at the Turner's Falls 25-yard line. So nice gain of about 13 there for RJ, and another.
If he can get on track. Turner's Falls, 4 carries, 20 yards. Boy, what he did this season and over his career really has been phenomenal. He passed Brian Boschman, so he's actually third in the area for all-time rushing yards behind Isaiah Jones and Matt Zelensky.
R.J. Bird with a run inside the 10, broke a tackle. Stopped by Craver, but it's inside the 10. First and goal for the Wave at Thunder's 5-yard line.
Pushes the pile forward, still going, and he brings the ball down to around the 2. It took 4 or 5 Turner's Falls to it'll be second and goal.
At that 3 on that tackle, about 8 guys in the pile trying to stop RJ. Give him a gain of 2. We'll call it the 3-yard line here for second and goal.
Second down and goal for the Wave. 2:53 to play here, first quarter. Greenfield 8, Turner's Falls 7. Hazelton and Bird are in the eye. Not left.
R.J. Bird on the carry.
It'll be third down.
Again, this is huge for Turner's Falls. Greenfield scored on their first possession, and here on their second possession, poised to score again if Turners can keep them out of the end zone. Again, down by 1 point right now, 8-7. That'd be a big momentum shift for Turners.
All right, so Greenfield now with 2 more chances to go about 2-3 yards here. Owen Phelps rejoins the huddle, just got the play call. They tried the same play. They had Vega in a slot left, and they tried Bird off tackle left. And now they'll have a double tight end formation, and the backs, Hazelton and Bird, are in the eye. And a timeout is called on the field. We will take the break as well. 1:54 to play here in the first quarter. CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard. Greenfield 8, Turner's Falls 7. All right, Dave, this will be a 30. Definitely a 30. We'll take it right back. All right, big play here coming up on 3rd down and goal from the Turners 3 for Greenfield. They lead by 1. And again, they tried a formation where they tried R.J. Bird off tackle on the left side. And he was able to get a yard to the 4 and then another yard to the 3, but they need 3.
A little too far for the quarterback sneak here, particularly the way Turners is clogging the middle.
Yeah. Usually they reserve that when they get inside the 1. All right, I formation, pitch on the right side to Bird, looking for a seam, didn't get there. He got down to around the 1, but did not quite get in.
Bird on the carry, stop by Castine.
What a great stand so far for Turners. They need to finish the job here, though.
1st and goal from the 5. Yeah, you can see Coach Aldine out there pumping his fists, and Chesky sending the play in.
He's just as enthusiastic as ever. He's been in the
What
game a
about the
long time.
2?
These guys are great.
They actually spotted back to around the 2. So gave him a yard to the 2-yard line. We're down to the last minute here in the first quarter.
And it's a touchdown. Owen Phelps to Nate Hazelton for the Green Wave touchdown.
There, 70 yards, 3 for 3 passing. Pair of touchdowns now for Phelps. Greenfield extends their lead now, 14-7 with their extra point.
And as always, Greenfield will go for 2. And we're going to have to burn a timeout here.
Timeout Green Wave.
Yeah, Greenfield's going to burn a timeout. We're going to keep it here. Not sure what the situation was. But Nate Hazelton, we're not sure how this one's going to turn out, but at least as a senior on Turkey Day, touchdown reception, he'll take it, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Again, that kid's worked hard here for a long time. Seems like we've been calling his name for years and years. And big part of the program.
And his sister Katie, tremendous all-around athlete, part of the field hockey team that won Western Mass, made it to the state final last weekend. They fell just short. And
great season.
Katie will be out there on the basketball court.
And the Green Wave line up with a 2-point conversion attempt.
Easily will be a 1,000-point score.
That's going to be a good team, too.
All right, I formation. And the pitch goes to Bird, and he hands it right back to Vega, and Vega's going to waltz into the end zone.
And Vega
the 2-point
with a
conversion.
2-point conversion run.
Time out on the field. 1:04 to play here in the first quarter.
1:04 remaining
And on the
in the
car
first
coast of
quarter.
Greenfield, South Deerfield, and
Greenfield
Shulman
High School
scoreboard. It's now
Green Wave
Greenfield 16, Turners
Turners
Falls
Thunder
7.
7.
All right, Dave, this will be a 30.
Nice.
I'm going to tell you something, but I don't. It's not last night. I know you're going to agree with me about it. Hunter Campbell getting set to kick off for Greenfield. Well, Sean, my first thought right now is this is the game we thought we were going to get back in September.
Right.
Which never really panned out.
Well, now we're going to test your theory about the team that falls behind and has the ability to come back. As
Well,
you
Turners
said,
Falls absolutely
you
does.
felt like they had that ability, and they are down right now, 16-7.
Campbell teed up on the 40, Keith back at his 15-yard line, and they top it. This is going to chase Wyatt back down to his 31-yard line. Lost the football. Did Bird get it back?
No, got it. Keith ended up with it.
Yeah, Keith got it. He did give up the ball. It was a legitimate fumble. And it will stay with Turners Falls. That could have been disastrous for Turners Falls, but they have it on their own 21-yard line.
Well, you got Craver blocking for him, but when Bird got there, he kind of knocked Craver into him, and then all of a sudden he got spun around. He was grabbed by the ankle, and then the ball popped out late there. Was able to jump on it clearly, so yeah, but that could have been a disaster for Turners Falls after giving up that second touchdown.
So their second try of the morning did not go anywhere. In fact, it went backwards. And we go right back to Wyatt Keith. They're going to ride the horse down. Got him there on left side.
Wow.
Breaks free, gets a block. He may be gone. 50, he is gone. Wyatt Keith's going to take it 79 yards for the touchdown. There was a flag down, but I think it's, I have no idea.
I'll tell you, I didn't see that flag early in the play. The play was going to the left. Wyatt Keith just ran kids over to get.
I think they're coming back.
Oh, unfortunate. Wow.
Yeah, 79-yard touchdown score. Let's see, they still haven't signaled. It is going to be against Turner's Falls, it looks like.
What an effort by Wyatt Keith. Again, he ran over a linebacker, he ran through a tackle, and
it's a hold.
A hold against Turner's Falls. Yeah, that's a
Holding against Turner's
first penalty of the game, and that's a huge one right there.
I'm sort of thinking, if that went in for 79 yards, I was thinking, is Wyatt Keith actually taking the run at 3,000 yards?
Yeah, right.
Obviously, I'm joking, but my point is that he's racked up a lot of points. So they're going to step it off from where it occurred. The ball is going to be at the 45-yard line, so still good in position. Greenfield is going to call a timeout. We'll take a quick break here. 41.6 seconds left in the quarter. Greenfield leads 16-7. Back after this.
Well, you don't know that.
So he's got to get those rushing yards from where he went to here,
no,
right?
he does not.
No?
That's strict. No, he doesn't get credit for the rushing yards. It's penalty yards from the point of the infraction,
right,
which must have been the Greenfield 45.
Right.
And that's right on that edge. That's right where he got sprung.
So from the ball to get from there to there, there's no credit?
There's no credit, no. Do another 30. Do another 30. All right, we are back here at Vets Field. Greenfield called it. Dave, I gave you a terrible cue. I apologize. We'll take it back dry because we'll be ready to go by the time we come back. And who knows, maybe Keith will be in the end zone again.
I was going to say, actually, that's a good timeout for Keith to catch his breath. You know what I mean? Greenfield took it, but
yeah,
it's going to benefit him.
Okay. All right, and I'm going to go down to the field and get some shots.
First and 10 Thunder for 45.
After the penalty, first and 10 for Turners from their own 45-yard line. Wyatt Keith up the middle, and he bowls his way into Greenfield territory down to the Wade's 48-yard line. That's a gain of about 7 there. It'll be second down and 3.
Yeah, he got hit pretty hard there at the end of the run, but another good run by Keith, 70 yards, but just had a 79-yard touchdown run called back on a holding penalty for Turners.
And they run a counter play. They go back to Wyatt Keith, and he has the first down, and he breaks free, and then loses his footing, and then he suffered a big hit at the very end. Carlos Cardenales, the sophomore. Flag comes in at the end of the play, and we will see what happened here.
We had some yapping right after the first couple of plays of the game, and
There's a flag
again, Keith breaking tackles, was able to get a pretty decent game. Took a big shot at the end of that. He got up, he's fine, but then the flag came in very late.
And it was well after the play, and
Wow.
it's a personal foul on Turner's Falls.
Personal foul.
That's a
against
bad
Turner's
penalty
Falls.
shot because it was a first down at the Greenfield 38. Now it is 15 yards the other way.
Yeah, 2 penalties so far in this game, and both against Turner's Falls, and yeah, both bad penalties. Again, Wyatt Keith, a touchdown run called back, and now a 15-yarder at the end of a play. I'm guessing more of a verbal variety on that
just
one.
Play the game, fellas.
Yeah.
Just play the game.
They're fired up, you could tell. Again, after the first couple of plays, they were jawing, but yeah, you can't let that affect the game itself, and that penalty right there certainly could.
So it would have been first and 10. Turner's at the Greenfield 38. Instead, it's now second down and 9. And a timeout on the field.
Second and 9 for
And we will
Turners
take a break.
at their own
7.2
46.
seconds left here.
There's a timeout on the field.
And on the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield and Shelburne scoreboard, it's Greenfield 16, Turner's Falls 7.
Who took that timeout, Billy? Joe took that timeout?
It's not the end of the quarter, is it?
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
They didn't indicate who
They
took
didn't.
it.
Yeah.
But then I don't even know who bought the donut.
It's going to be a 60.
That's the more important question.
Yeah, they're moving it. I think that was the quarter. I think they're moving the ball. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, they're
Yeah.
winding. Okay, all right, so they're in the corner. All
Yeah,
right.
play another one here.
Was another flag?
I guess that's the end of the.
Yeah,
No, in the
Oh,
corner.
quarter.
Okay.
Going to be second down and 9.
That's the end of the first quarter.
No, you stay there.
Or
I know.
Green Wave, 16, Thunder, 7.
They'll fix them.
Oh, fellas. There you go. Put that one on the 45. There you go. But it's not first down.
Good help's hard to find.
Yeah, not yet.
All right, we are back here. That actually was the end of the quarter, as we had suspected. So 1 quarter in the books. Greenfield leading by a score of 16-7. Turner's Falls will have it second down and 9 from their own 46-yard line. And they need, let's see, they're going to go from right to left here in the second quarter.
Yeah.
The wind should be at their back, actually coming kind of sideways across the field right now if you look at the flags.
That flag is whipping. That's the flag I can see from my house. And that's oftentimes I'll look to see what's it doing out there. I'll look at that flag. Yeah, both the American flag, the Stars and Stripes, and the POW MIA flag are almost fully extended off the flagpole. All right, second quarter underway. Second down and 9. Dodge gives to Keith. Wyatt bounces to the outside, gets a block on the edge. Along the sideline, lowers the shoulder, knocked out of bounds by Bird, right near the first down marker. We'll see just how close Wyatt got. Looks like he's right there.
So good at just picking his spots. He's got such great vision, and then a little stiff arm at the end, bought him a few extra yards, and it looks as though they're going to give him the 10 yards in the first down.
Yeah. Well, the ball will be inside the Greenfield 45. We'll put up the 44-yard line, so Keith gets the Thunder another first down. They trail by a score of 16-7. 10:43 to play here in the first half. Coming motion is Craven. He'll take it on a sweep with blockers. Ricky.
Craver on the carry.
He actually gets
called for a loss by
called him Ricky.
Calling with the assist. There's just a little guy here.
He's actually going to drop for a loss of 1 back to the 45.
Of course, we watched Ricky play some good ball here for Turner's Falls. And, boy, the kid was banged up, but he played with heart and good ball player. Andy, what an overachiever that kid is. On 5'7", 135, and what a great year he's had.
Well, he got some blockers, and what Greenfield did was they were able to work themselves free from those blocks. So we'll actually call it no gain. It'll be second down and 10. Right back to Keith, right side, but he goes right into the heart of the Greenfield defense, and he gets ripped down for no gain.
On the carry, stopped on the play by number 7, Kobe Avery.
Brings him down. Loss of 1.
That's him. Mark him back a yard on that one.
Now, how many times in the broadcast have
Third and 11
had to take a yard off of break?
Not
too
many.
often.
No. Again, usually once he gets to the line of scrimmage, even on plays it doesn't look like he's going to gain much, he usually ends up with a couple, 3, 4 yards. So, yeah, that right there, not happening very often for Wyatt Keith this season.
Third down and 11 for Turners from the Greenfield 45-yard line. Keith will come in motion. And now a reverse. It goes to Jaden Whiting. Jaden's going to pass us a man wide open downfield, and he got him. It is caught inside the Greenfield 5-yard line. That's the exact same play that Greenfield ran a year ago. And it works all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Jake Wallace with a catch, a big catch for Turner's Falls. Wallace had a catch in every single game for Turner's. I think there were 2 games he did not have a catch. Greylock, and Franklin Tech, but otherwise, Wallace has caught at least 1 ball in every Turner's game, and that's a huge one right there on a 3rd and long.
First and goal, Turner's from the Greenfield 5. They go to Keith on the left side, lowers the shoulder down towards the goal line, guts to the 1. It'll be second and goal from the 1. So Chris LeMoyne says, I didn't like what you served me on Turkey Day last year, Mike Kaczewski. I'm going to give it right back to you.
It was kind of like the Super Bowl there with the Eagles with the throwback to the quarterback. You know, the Patriots did it, and the Eagles came right back with it, and it wasn't 4th and 23, but it was 3rd and very long, and a huge play there, the reverse. Whiting bobbled that a little bit as he was coming through the backside of the formation, and you thought, no, that might throw off the timing, but the receiver was wide open, and Wallace.
On second and goal, they go back to Keith. Wyatt lurches forward. Turner signal touchdown, but no. It'll be 3rd and goal from inside the 1.
Yeah, it doesn't count when Turner signals touchdown. You got to wait for the guy with the striped shirt. You can see where he marked it just outside the goal line. So 3rd down and goal here now for Turner's Falls.
8:05 to play here in the first half. Greenfield 16, Turner 7. That could change here in any moment now.
John Torres was on the field now. He comes off.
Lavin back out there. No, they've got Castine at fullback to block for Wyatt Keith. And they go to Castine up the middle, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. Rylan Castine gets the score.
Castine in
And
for
Turner's
the
Falls now
Thunder's
back to
touchdown.
within 3. It is 16-13.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they busted this out against Greylock last week, and Castine ran a 9-yarder in for a touchdown. So right there, using the big guy in the backfield, you thought he might block for Keith. Instead, they just handed it to the big guy and bursts into the end zone for a touchdown. So Turner's a little closer now, 16-13, and they're going to
Turner's lines up
here
with
to
a 1
kick
point
the
conversion
extra point
attempt.
attempt here.
Dodge will be
Lavin.
holding for Tyler Lavin. Lavin played varsity football as a sophomore, took a break, came back again. Snap is back kind of high, but they get it down, and the kick is on its way, and the kick is
the
good.
kick is
Time out on the
good.
field, 7:44 to play here in the first half.
7:44
And on the CarQuest
remaining
of
in the half.
Greenfield, South Deerfield and Shelburne
Greenfield
scoreboard.
Greenway
It's now Greenfield 16, Turner's Falls 14.
Turner's Falls Thunder 14.
Colleen, what'd you get for yards on that pass play from from Whiting to
40.
40? Thank you.
Oh, what a fun game.
Yeah.
Wyatt Keith kicking off
Happy
for
Thanksgiving, everyone,
Thunder.
and a really entertaining game so far. We're not even at halftime. In fact, we're still in the early part of the second quarter here.
Jake Sapp.
Turner's Falls is back to within 2 now at 16-14. Castine's 1-yard touchdown run set up by that end-around option pass, Whiting down to Wallace. Wallace, one of the Pioneer kids that came down to play for Big Blue this year. And now Keith has it teed up on the 40. And we'll see, he's been kicking these line drives right up the center of the field so far. And does the same thing. And it's taken by Saki, bobbles it down around his 20-yard line, picks it up, evades 1 tackle, evades a 2nd tackle, and brings the ball up around the 29-yard line. So didn't handle it cleanly, and that allowed the Turner's Falls coverage to get down there.
Yeah, again, just to finish that thought on Wallace, he had 3 catches against Huzik for 29 yards in that playoff loss. And with all the catches this season, he had not caught a touchdown pass. I was thinking that earlier. Boy, I'd like to see Wallace get one in the end zone, and he almost did. Boy, what a great catch. Wide open turn, and just couldn't quite get there.
But I'll tell you, Sean, getting back to Castine, could you imagine being about a 155-pound DB, and you got big number 55 coming your way?
Makes sense. And he's pretty quick, too. So
my job is to tackle this guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cold, and it's going to hurt, and he's going to land on me, and no.
Owen
Yeah.
Phelps under center
High
for the
formation
wave.
and double tight end formation. R.J. Burr takes on the left side, stacked up right at the center line, driven back. Again, a nice surge by
R.J.
Turner's
Bird on
Falls.
the carry.
And we're waiting for R.J.
Up
That's what we
by
saw all night.
Dominic Carney.
And gain of maybe 1 up to the 30.
Pick up a 1. Second
So it'll
and
be
9
second
for the
down and
wave.
9 for the Wave.
Yeah, there were more plays in that game earlier in the season that RJ didn't get out of the backfield. Almost as many negative plays as positive in that one. And this one here, not so much. 9 carries, 50 yards so far for RJ. Again, he needs 209 to try to get that same 2,000-yard rushing season as Wyatt Keith has. And very few and far between. It'd be amazing to see it.
And when Phelps brings him up, they go to a counter play. Bird with a gap on the right side. Gets around the corner of the midfield, and there he goes, right side. Got one man to beat. 20, 15, 10, 5. Did he get there?
I think he pushed him out. I think Craver got him at the 1.
He did. Got him at the 1-yard line. So Bird not quite able to get all the way in, but Greenfield will have it 1st and goal from the Turner's Falls 1-yard line.
How about 70 yards for you right there, though? I think 69 will be the total number. 119 yards, as we just said it. R.J. Bird needs 209. Guess what?
Well, I thought he had just an outside chance. And really, it wasn't about his ability. It was about the history, his running ability, history against Turner's Falls. Hasn't been great.
You could see the corners over here ran into each other for Turner's Falls. They get spun around, and once Bird came around the corner, I mean, Craver got him right at the 1, but had to take a great angle to get there and meet him.
Wave will have 4 chances from the 1. Phelps did not get there. Turner's Falls popped him. And did they get the ball?
Well, they're looking like they got the ball. They're pretty excited running off this field.
They did.
Wow. That's a huge play.
Huge development as Phelps was going in. I think someone ripped it right out of his hands, I believe.
You're trying to duck there through the center and the guard.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden you saw him get blown back. I did not see the football and where it ended up, but clearly Turner's Falls ended up with it. So
they have the ball.
Wow.
They have the ball right outside their goal line.
And how huge is that Craver caught Bird at the 1 yard line now?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That kid ran 68 yards, 69 yards. Craver had to come all the way across the field, had to get the right angle just to be able to catch him right around the 2. That's a huge play now after this turnover.
So the ball is at the 1 yard line. So Turner's Falls now trailing by 2 midway through the second quarter. They want to get out of the shadow of their own goal line. Dodge will keep it himself, and he pushes forward, so gets out to around the 1 or the 2. It'll be second down and long. But again, the idea is to get out beyond your 10. Give yourself a little more room to do something.
Yeah, not many options when the ball's set the 1 yard line. Yeah, you're already lined up in your own end zone, and tough to line up your traditional set and try to run a play. Hand it to Keith would be tough in there. Would have been surprised me if they gave put Castine in there and tried to blast him through, but he used Dodge. He gets probably he's on a long yard, probably 2 yards, I guess. 2nd and 8 here for Turner's. Up the 3 yard line.
Torres and Keith in the I formation. And it's going to be a safety. The running back got caught in the backfield. It's John Torres. 2 points for Greenfield to make it 18-14, and they're going to get the ball back with a Turner's Falls free kick coming up.
Well, again, it's tough to get a lot of momentum when you don't have a lot of room to move forward. And
no, not a safety.
Oh, they're going to say he got out over the goal line before he got blasted back into the end zone. Looked like a safety.
Wow,
immediately,
I didn't think he got out of the end zone.
No, I didn't either, but apparently the referee saw that the ball got over the line.
What a huge break for Turner.
Yeah, absolutely.
They got 2 huge breaks in the last couple of minutes here. Yep. One was recovering the Phelps fumble. And Torres was tackled in. I thought he got tackled in the backfield.
All right, 16-14 game right now. Greenfield leads by 2. They would have tacked on 2 more. They got the ball back instead. It's going to be third and 9. So Turner's still in their own end zone here. They're going to line up in a shotgun.
And they're going shotgun. They need a big play here. Dodge is back to pass. Steps up. Lets it go. Got hit as he got let go. Intercepted by Hazelton at the 22. So he was getting hit as he went down, decided to not take the safety, but Greenfield has it in great field position.
I'll tell you, he made a pretty good throw out of the end zone as he was being hit, but yeah, Hazelton just right in the right spot. Comes up with the INT. So while Turner's kept Greenfield out of the end zone there for a minute, but Greenfield now, yeah, as you said, at the 23-yard line, take the ball over here after the interception by Dodge. But
what a crazy first half this has been.
No safety, touchdown, no touchdown. Wyatt Keith, a 79-yarder, hauled back on a penalty. Yeah, fun game.
All right, so now Greenfield, they missed hitting the end zone a moment ago. They'll try yet again here. RJ Bird is the lone back. He'll take it on a pitch right. Just a flag down. RJ looks to turn the corner, runs into Anthony Peterson, who puts him down at the 20-yard line. We'll see about the flag. Yeah, it's in an area where it would be an offensive penalty.
Yeah, you would think that might be against Greenfield. There's been 2 penalties in this game, both against Turner's Falls, but early indication is it's going to be against the Green Wave here.
The Greenfield coaches are talking to one of the linemen. I think the Greenfield coaches saw exactly what happened, and they are, let's just say, counseling the linemen about what not to do. Yeah, it's a legal procedure call, so it's going to march them back 5 yards from the line of scrimmage, which was the 23, so that'll bring it back to the 28-yard line.
Again, it was the first penalty called against Greenfield, 2 penalties against Turner's in this one, 25 yards of penalties against them.
Greenfield's in the huddle. They're calling their play, and they still haven't stepped off the penalty yet. What is the hold up here?
They're still kind of just standing there and pointing and stuff. And
they're attacking the Crystal Point on the far side. Yeah, the call was against Greenfield. So 5 yards back to the 28. It'll be 1st and 15 from there. We're down to 4:15 to play here in the quarter. And if you are Greenfield going up against, again, a very powerful Turner's offense, you really want to get this extra score before halftime for sure.
I'll tell you what, if you decided it was too cold to come to this game, get in the car and get here for a second half because this is going to be a good one.
You'll thaw out by Christmas, I think. First down carry goes to RJ Bird. A little spin move, but he's not able to get away from Wallace, and that even with poor momentum, that's going to go for no
RJ
gain.
Bird on the carry.
58-yard line. It will
Wallace on the
be
stop.
second down and 15. Clock is out.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 15 for the Wave.
What is happening? Was there a flag also on the
No,
play?
they're pointing, no, I guess
flag.
not.
Pointing towards. Oh, they are. They're going to step something up here. There was a penalty on Turner's Falls. This has been far from a clean game. It's a face mask, so that's a 15-yarder. Back and forth we go. Each team, I mean, I'll tell you what, the coaching staffs are not going to have a short-term things to talk about with their kids at halftime. I'll tell you that right now.
They get 3 penalties, 40 yards. We get 2 15-yarders against you here in the first half when you're Turners. That's not going to help your cause.
And that's an automatic first down to the Turner's Falls 14-yard line. First down and 10 from there. Vega and Sack to the far side left. Hazelton and Bird are in the Casanova, the tight end on the right side. Phelps under center. Dropping back to pass. Throws over the middle. Vega with a great sliding catch. The ball was thrown behind him. And he has it inside the Turner's Falls 5.
It really was a great catch. You could see he was trying to stop and his legs just kept going, but he was able to twist his upper body, get it back turned around, and make a great catch as he was sliding to the turf.
Vega played a huge role in Greenfield's come from behind victory from an 18-6 deficit to a 22-18 victory, and he was money. And he got the first down there, 3-yard line, first and goal for the Wave. 3:08 to play here in the half. They lead by 2. Phelps gives to Bird. RJ right side into the end zone. Touchdown Greenfield. It's 22-14.
Made that one look easy. 123 yards now on the ground for RJ Bird. 13 carries.
Touchdown run.
Again, coming in, we said he needed 209 yards to reach 2,000 on the season. Like Kiefer Turners has already done it. Only one other kid, Ryan Weiler, had done it before here in the area. And
conversions are critical. Greenfield right now leads by 8. They would love to make it a 10-point spread. That makes it a 2-possession game.
This is big.
They're going to go for 2. Phelps is back to pass. Looking to the right, throws to the right, tipped, incomplete, just unable to bring it in. Was Hazelton. 2-point conversion fixed. We'll take a timeout. 2:59 to play here in the first half. And on the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield and Children's scoreboard, it's now Greenfield 22, Turner's Falls 14. $30 here, Dave. We'll take it out of, we'll take it out of Jarvis. Oh, we have a lot of halftime commercials. We made some money on this game.
Well, I think that's all good.
And back here at Frosty Vets Field in Greenfield, and Hunter Campbell has the ball teed on the 40-yard line. Look how he has it teed up. It's lying almost flat on the tee. I'm not sure. I think what that does is it tops the ball. I'm not sure if Coach Kacheski has something else here. That's a dead giveaway with that. Look how the ball is on the tee.
Yep.
It's prone against it.
I was going to hit this thing right up the middle and let it bounce and see what they can do there.
Well, you know, when you get that little topsy-turvy ball going, it really helps your team. It actually goes on over the head of the Turner's Falls deep man all the way down to the 5. Craver finally picks it up. Heads across the 5, down at the 8-yard line. Nice downfield coverage.
Nice tackle inside
Hazelton
the 5-yard line by
was the man who made the hit. Turner's Falls again backed into their own end. They're on their own 8-yard line.
Well, that really was a great kick. Again, he hit it right into the corner and forced Craver to keep going back. And finally, Craver realized he was going to have to field that thing about the 5-yard line. By then, Greenfield come down really good coverage as well. And Craver just shy of the 10. Ball started about the 9-yard line.
Right on the 9-yard line. So first and 10, Turners. From there, they're going to send Jaden Whiting and Craver out to the right side. They go to White Keith on first down, runs into the Greenfield line. They stack him up and push him down.
Hit first by number 78, Nick Lyons.
Probably around 3 there. It'll be second down and 7.
Give him 95 yards on 11 carries here in the first half. RJ Bird, 13 carries, 123 yards.
We'll get to halftime. We will talk about last night's game up in Buckland, won by Frontier. They put 53 on the board last night. A big night for Number 10, who will be back, Garrett DeForest. One more go-round down in South Deerfield. We'll talk a lot about that game. We'll recap the first half of this one, obviously. Second down from the 11. Dodge, back to pass, looking to the right. Throws it out there. It is incomplete, off the hands of Whiting. Looked like he turned his head to head downfield. Phelps on the cover.
Yeah, a little bit of that. Yeah, you knew the guy was on his backside too, so he was feeling the pressure, and then hands were up, had the catch, and then turned just before he caught the ball. Ball fell incomplete. Would not quite have been enough for the first down. It would have been a yard or two short. He was covered pretty well.
And looks like the scoreboard just...
One of them.
All right, well, we know it's 22-14. We know it's third down and 7.
There we go.
And there we go.
We're back.
2:03 to play. We're good to go. Remember that power outage at the Super Bowl several years ago?
Right.
That's crazy. Backs are split behind Dodge. And they're going to run a counter play to Wyatt Keith. Bounces to the outside. Looks to turn the corner. Does so. Has got the first down across the 30, across the 40. And they have the angle on him. And R.J. Bird lowers the shoulder and knocks him out of bounds. But all the way inside the Greenfield 40-yard line. And with 1:51 left in the half, Turner Smalls is in good shape.
48 and 9 is 57 yards on that rip by Wyatt Keith.
Man, once he finds his space, I mean, he just runs like a deer. He is really hard. The only reason why he didn't end up in the end zone is that Bird actually had the ankle on him. Otherwise, he was gone.
152 yards here in the first half for Keith. A minute 45 to play here in the half.
31-yard line of Greenfield. First down and 10. They give it to Keith on a sweep. Nearly caught in the backfield. Turns, steps through the tacklers, and brings the ball down around the 25-yard line. A gain of around 6 there for Keith. It'll be second down and 4.
Clock ticking under a minute and a half here.
Greenfield leads by 8 as they were successful on their first two
Balls on the way to 25-yard
on
line.
this last one, so it remained a one-score game. Keith and Lavender in the eye. Double wideouts to the near side left. Dodge gives to Keith. Left side hit immediately by Sack.
Keith on the carry.
Timeout here.
Stopped immediately by number 5, Jake
It's
Sack.
no gain. It's third down and 4 now.
Third and 4 for
Clock
the
run here
Thunder.
under a minute.
50 seconds left.
Turners has 4 timeouts to use here.
Call a timeout and talk about what they want to do on
There,
third
yeah.
down and fourth down. Lone back is Keith. Coming in motion is Lavin to the right. Dodge is back to pass with plenty of time. Now flushed out of the pocket. On the right side, airs it out on the right side. He's got Lavin down there. Did he catch it?
Boy, that's a great
He
catch
caught
if he made it.
What
Wow.
a great catch by Lavin inside the Greenfield 5-yard line.
Kyle Dodge's first pass completion, and that's a huge one right there to Lavin. Boy, he had to go up and get that. He was in cover. He was covered and almost able to back himself into the end zone. Going to go up a couple yards shy there now. Clock at 31 seconds to play.
First and goal from the 1. Castine in there at fullback. He scored a moment ago. Did they go back to the big guy? No, it's Keith. Right side. Touchdown, Turner's Falls.
Wow.
And they're back to within 2. It's 22-20.
Boy, that was huge. Turner's Falls. Again, they've had a touchdown called back in this one on a penalty.
That's all I can ask.
Played around in their own end zone down there for a while, and R.J. Bird running wild. All that being said, Turner's Falls down 22-20. Now, let's
I'm
see.
just waiting to see if they get
They go to Lavin. Again, he's pretty automatic with the
we don't
extra
have to change
point,
twice.
but he go for 2 for the tie right here.
We will see. I think they're going to run a play for 2 to try to tie the game. Yeah, they are. So they're going to shoot the kick here.
Line up with a 2-point conversion with
Dodge under center. Play action, rolling to the left, throws left side of the end zone. Incomplete, in and out of the hands of Whiting. He had it, and then he didn't have
We
it.
saw Hazelton down here, same thing.
We'll take a timeout. 27 seconds left here in the half, and on the conquest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Children's scoreboard. Greenfield 22, Turner's Falls 20. This will be a 30. This will be a 30. 42 combined points so far. Wow.
Keith has 158 yards. Bird has 123.
Wow, this is fun.
Yeah.
Punch, counter punch.
Phelps is 4 for 4 passing.
Right, it's gonna be that kind of day.
27 seconds left here in the first half, and it has been punch, counter punch, counter punch. Just back and forth we go. Greenfield maintains a 2-point advantage after Turner's Falls failed on their 2-point conversion try.
A couple of turnovers and
Some penalties.
yeah,
and
penalties. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been. Turner's Falls trying to get their personnel squared. Yeah, we're good to go now. Keith will kick from the 40. You know, if you go on side here, you don't really give Greenfield much time to get down the field. So let's see if they kick it away.
Maybe the intermediate area.
Well, the ball fell off the tee because of the breeze, so now Tyler Lavin will hold the ball for Waikiki. Now, did anything happen there that was any kind of a, well, I guess Tyler's not going to hold it. They're going to try one more time without holding it.
I think they took the ball a couple times to do it.
Well, was there any kind of giveaway as to what Turner's was doing here, or are they kicking away here?
I think they're kicking away.
He tops it.
So much for that.
And Drew Conant grabs it, falls on it at the 38-yard line. 24 seconds left, and now let's see what the Greenfield coaching staff does. Mike Kuchowski is talking with Phelps.
Yeah, I think, that's the safe play right there. You don't want to kick it deep and have Bergman one back on you.
Certainly not.
I think the onside, that's a little dangerous because they could end up with the ball around the 50. As it is, they're inside their own 40-yard line, about the 38.
You know, last year's game shot, it was a classic because of what happened in the last 4 minutes and 10 seconds. This game, I think it's been a roller coaster ride.
From start to finish so far to the first half.
Greenfield's just simply going to take a knee here, and that will do it. End of the first half here. What a first half here at Vets Field. Turkey Day 2018 and our score at halftime. 22-20 Greenfield, the Greenfield Savings Bank High School Football Halftime Report coming up next on Bear Country 95.3. Okay, so let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 4 minutes. That brings us to Karen Adams Acupuncture.
Oh, they're still doing
Yeah, we'll take it of Karen Adams Acupuncture.
I'll try to remember that next year.
Well, I still say when you see the film that safety's a safety.
Exciting.
They're cold. They're all cold. Again, from where we were, I mean, maybe he came through the center of the line. I saw it. I thought he got blasted back, but apparently the line judge must have seen him cross. I mean, that's, who knows? Yeah, the film will tell. But
I'll hear
we're looking at it at an angle, but I didn't think there was any way.
Not from where he ended up.
Right in.
From what we saw, what really happened there is he was a great job.
Please welcome the Green Wave Marching Band, led by Senior Drum Major Anthony Bohannon, Junior Drum Major Morgan Bardwell, color guard captains Kelsey Richards and Sam Santos, and music director Mrs. Maria Scatera.
Yeah, that's not
Their show today, for the last time, is titled Green Wave Plays Green Day. You will hear Bang Bang, 21 Guns, and Holiday. We hope that you enjoy the show. Drum majors, is your band ready?
Receivers has been, had one carry for yard.
but like his father. Video games. Oh, here comes Turner.
Again, you know, they've lost 4 of their last 5 games coming down the stretch, and ended up where they were 5-5 going into that matchup. So they'll end up 6-5 for the season. And hey, again, they made the playoffs. They bounced in the first round. They played a tough team there, but yeah, again, they were able to pretty much run up and down the field. But again, we talked about Mohawk a lot last night, the state of their program. And again, week 1 we were at Franklin Tech. They were there. They had 13 kids suited, and 3 got hurt during the course of the game. We finished that game with 10 kids, and you know, we all just thought, wow, like, how are these guys going to make it through an entire season? But again, this season I will not remember that team for their record. I will remember them for their resiliency, and Coach McLeod and those kids really held it together. And talked to Doug a little bit last night. He's very hopeful for the future of that program. He's a bunch of kids coming up. She's a lot of kids returning. So sounds like they should be pretty solid shape moving forward.
Yeah, they should be a go going forward. In terms of our other local schools, Frontier, of course, Frontier football, they have the numbers that they need. Greenfield has the numbers that they need. Greenfield's middle school finished undefeated this year, and they were, I'm not sure if they were undefeated last year as well. They had another good season last year. Those are the kids that are freshmen this year. So future of Greenfield football looking pretty good as well. And hopefully the numbers will add up. Right now the math is a little fuzzy for Powertown. Hopefully they will be able to field the program for the 2019 season. It wouldn't feel right not to have high school football out here without
It's a genuine concern right now in Turner's Falls, and even with the co-op program from Pioneer, again, they sent 6 kids down this season to supplement and to help out, and obviously made a big difference in this season for Turner's. But yeah, it's you know, they're counting heads. They're looking at what they've got coming up and who's coming back, and they're graduating a big bunch this year, and there is an actual concern that Turner's Falls may not have a football team next season. And yeah, again, it's just kind of the state of the union. You know, we saw it at Pioneer, and Mohawk struggled this season, and yeah, again, it's a different world we're living in now. Things are changing, and I couldn't imagine going through a football season without seeing Mohawk or Turner's Falls football around. But eventually, it looks like that is going to happen at some point. I'm hoping that this is not, but it could be the last Thanksgiving Day matchup we see between Turner's Falls and Greenfield. So very real chance of that happening. But again, they're going to recruit. They're going to work hard. The kids that want to play, they're going to get their friends, and hopefully they'll have enough kids to be able to. But there are whispers that it may not happen.
Again, that'll be answered in the coming months. As I understand it, the MIAA and the PVIAC. The MIAA is the governing body of high school sports in Massachusetts, and the PVIAC is they kind of govern the schools in the valley. They work on the schedules, the league schedules. And as I understand it, it's not a decision that would be made in August. As I understand it, they need it done earlier so that they can get all of the different details worked out in terms of scheduling, who's going to be in which league, just all of that. They can't have a program that's committed to playing, and then week 1 comes in September, and they can't play the team. That was the schedule.
Well, we haven't touched on it yet, but this could be Chris LaPointe's last game as the head coach for Turner's Falls, regardless, you know, one way or the other.
I'm in trouble wrapping my head around that one.
Yeah. Again, we can't overstate what he's done here with this program and over the last decade, and you know, just one of the best head coaches that we've seen here in the Valley ever, really. But talking to Adam Graves a little bit before, the athletic director for Turner's, and for the game here, and they always wait till after the first of the year to make that decision. So Chris LaPointe has not made his decision yet as to whether or not he will return. Again, he's a son playing football. He's got a job that's very taxing, and he puts an awful lot of time into this. And we knew that one of these years it may be his last. This could be his last year. But if not, hopefully he will be back. And again, hopefully Turner's will have enough kids to actually fill the program. Probably by February, I would think we would start knowing. February, March is when they'll. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, we're rooting for Mohawk to continue as we did this year, and certainly I'm sure everybody in the valley will be rooting for Turner Falls to hold that thing together as well.
And that includes people that live in the city of Greenfield too. And trust me on that one. So, I mean, it is a rivalry, but there's the mutual respect, and there is no one, I can't imagine there's anyone who follows football in Greenfield that wants to see the Turner Falls program be disbanded or at least be on hiatus. It depends on enrollment. So you've seen programs go on hiatus for a couple of years or maybe a decade, and then they come back, whatever it might be. But there's no one over here that wants to see that happen. So hopefully everything will ultimately work out. All right, we'll take a 1 minute timeout here. We will come back, get you set for the start of the second half here with the home team Greenfield leading by 2.
Ladies and gentlemen,
back after this.
we have the winner of the 50-50. Winner of the 50-50 is 148-0620. You have that winning ticket. Come up to the press box. Get your winning.
Yeah, we'll do just a minute here.
The winning number,
Our first third quarter break will be Montague Webworks.
148-0620.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Yeah.
Collins had just posted something. My mom posted. I'm listening. My mom.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winning number in the 50-50, 148-0620. 148-0620. You have those numbers, please come up to the press box and get your winning. The red ticket,
we'll take it in here.
148-0620.
All right, the team's back out on the field. Turner Falls will be kicking to Greenfield to open up the third quarter here. The Green Wave leading by a score of 22-20. Okay, the players are now, I thought, on the right side of the field, but they were directed to go the other way. So Turner Falls here in the third will still be going right to left. Greenfield left to right here in the third, which is what they were doing in the second.
Right, Turner's opened up with took the opening kick, and of course 3 plays later, it was Wyatt Keith into the end zone. Turner's led 7-0 at that point, but Greenfield has stormed back again, 22-20 as we start the second half.
Well, they also scored on their third play of their opening drive on a long touchdown pass to Dion Casanova from Owen Phelps. Wyatt Keith will kick it from the Turner's 40. R.J. Bird, the beat man, back at the 10. Sack and Vega up and around the 22.
Keep kicking off.
Keith's kick. Line drive kick. And it's picked up cleanly at the 20-yard line by Jake Sack. Heads right up the center of the field. Breaks a few tackles, then goes down to both knees at the 42-yard line. And that's where the Green Wave will begin the second half leading by 2.
Now again, we talked about it. Which team has the ability to come back from a big deficit in this game? We felt Turner Falls would have the better chance if they were down to be able to come back for a victory. And they've been down pretty much the entire game. Again, they opened scoring, but since then, Greenfield has had
Turner Falls has been chasing Greenfield. Greenfield has never been able to take that 2-score lead. They were looking to go up by 10. Turner Falls again has stuck around. First down carry goes to R.J. Bird, breaks the tackle on the left side into the Turner secondary and accelerates into the secondary. He is going to take it all the way, touchdown, 58-yard touchdown run for R.J. Bird, and he's flirting now with 2K.
I'll tell you what, we did not think the chances were very good for R.J. Bird to get 209 yards against this Turner's defense today. Right now, he's sitting at 181 yards. I'll tell you, that would just be phenomenal if this kid gets his 2K. And what did we say? If he gets 2K, Greenfield probably wins this football game now. Greenfield up 8. Opening play of the second half.
And again, it's conversion, Sean. A lot of times people pay less attention to that, but listen, it's an 8-point game right now. Greenfield can go up by 10. Makes it a 2-score game. That is huge. See if the Wave can do it here, or Turner Falls can keep it by an 8-point deficit. Three receivers to the near side right. This may be a pitch to the right for Bird. No. They're going to give it to RJ left side. Did not get there. Got wrapped up by Wyatt Keith. And it remains a one-possession game.
Yeah, that was huge. Wyatt Keith wrapped him up, and then Liam Driscoll came in to help finish him off. So 28-20, as you said, yeah, very, very important there. An 8-point spread rather than a 10-point lead right now for Greenfield.
And we'll step aside for the break. 10:39 to play third quarter. Conquest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard. Greenfield 28, Turners 20. All right, we'll take it out of Montague Webworks, and we'll take it back dry. All right, we'll take it back dry here, Dave. And Turners, you got a game.
Good game.
Greenfield actually showed up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And it'll be
Campbell
kicking from Greenfield from the 40-yard line.
For the wave.
Hits a line drive kick, and it's jumped on by Wallace at the 30-yard line.
Wallace down to
Turner's Falls. That's where the Thunder will begin their first third quarter drive. They trail now by 8 after RJ's Bird long touchdown. That's going to feel good for Bird because in his career against Turner's Falls, he has not had success up until late in the game last year, and that has to feel really good.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, what he's done for his season, I mean, for his career, this is the fourth player in the Valley to reach 1,000 yards 3 straight seasons. Isaiah Jones, Matt Zielinski, and Chris Vincent.
And they're going to go to Keith on first down, hit immediately at the line of scrimmage, but again, he's a bull. He actually moves it up to the 31-yard line for a gain of 1, but he got hit immediately, Sean. Greenfield's defensive line having a much better game than they've had most of the season.
And again, that's just all Wyatt Keith right there. Again, he does get smacked at the line of scrimmage, still able to gain a couple of yards just with his brute strength. But yeah, just to finish that thought, 3 straight seasons for RJ Bird, 1,000 yards over, and shot at 2,000 for this season. 28 yards away from that.
Whiting comes to the near side left. Backs are split. Behind the quarterback dodge, they do a counter play. It is John Torres. He gets hit immediately.
Torres on a carry.
Comes up, brings him down. No gain. Third down and long for Turner's Falls. Now, people who haven't seen Whiting,
Third and 8.
you have running backs that are scat back types. They're about 5'7", 5'8", 5'9". They go about $160 or so, something like that. That's not Wyatt Keith. He is a tall drink of water, and he just bowls over guys.
Yeah, again, you see a lot of guys like him. They look like they're running upright, and a lot of times that doesn't help your cause. Bigger target to tackle, but not with him. He's so elusive and so quick and strong as well.
Double wideouts to either side. Coming to motion now. Back to passes. Dodge has plenty of time. Airs it out deep all over the middle. Tip nearly picked off by Campbell. In fact, I'm sure Hunter's thinking, oh, I would love to have another shot at that.
Yep.
Knocked down by Hunter Campbell.
Yeah, there's a lot of congestion there in the middle of the football field, but yeah, Hunter Campbell had 2 hands and a shoulder pad on that football, and it popped back up in the air and unable to corral it. So 3rd and 8, Turner's Falls. Kyle Dodge pass falls incomplete. Turner's Falls going to have to punt this ball away.
Part of the reason why Campbell did not come up with it because that ball came in on Dodge. Really fired that one into
Keith in punt formation for the Thunder.
Keith back to kick. Much better kick this time. And it's taken by Hazelton at the 35, across the 40, 45. Across midfield, and Green Wave's going to have a short field in this territory. Third quarter drive. Right around the Turner's Falls 47, 48-yard line. 8:56 to play third quarter. The Wave leads by 8.
Second, just want to wish a happy Thanksgiving to a couple of folks. My mom, I know she's sitting home listening to the ball game, so
yes.
Happy Thanksgiving, Mom. And Ingrid, and I know they listen in every season. And, I just want to wish them the very merriest of Thanksgiving, Christmas, and
48
happy holidays. Thanks for listening in.
For all the people listening outside of their country, on the Listen Live link on our website, happy Thanksgiving to you as well. RJ Bird took it to the house last time. They're trying to strip the ball. RJ holds on to it for a gain of 1 to the Turner's Falls 46. It'll be second down and long. So he needed
Trubisky on the
209.
stop.
Yeah.
We have him at
Pick up on the yard,
182.
second and 9 for the Green Wave.
So he is close to getting 2,000 joining Guayaquil.
And folks listening, you just don't understand that this just doesn't ever happen. I mean, again, Ryan Wilder, the first and only kid in the Valley to run for 2,000 yards in a season. And Guayaquil did that last week, had that wrapped up, but now you could have 2 guys in the same season. That would just be phenomenal.
Second down and long. They go back to Bird, left side, nothing doing, no gain. Score momentum brings him to the 45. It'll be third down and long. Again, Turnerville's really clogging up the running lanes for RJ.
Yeah, he's having a tough time right now, but overall, again, 182 yards, 4 touchdowns for Bird. Wyatt Keith, 16 carries, 160 yards for him in this contest. And again, the most important numbers are up on the scoreboard. Greenfield leads that 28-20. About 7:45 to play here in the third quarter.
Phelps gets the play call from Coach Kacheski. Rejoins the huddle. It is third down and 8 for the Wave. Turner's Falls 45-yard line. Vega, sack come to the near side left, Casanova tight end. On the left side, Hazelton and Bird are in the eye. Short drop, quick swing pass. Batted down at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. It'll be fourth down.
Yeah, I'm not sure who got that. It looked like it might have been Jake Wilson.
Phelps'
About 6
pass
feet
is
tall, and
batted
it looked like he was the guy that
scrimmage.
got there
And that brings
knocked
up
that
a
pass
fourth down
down.
for the Green Wave.
Wow, that's Owen Phelps' first incomplete pass. He was 4 for 4 there in the first half. 4 or 5 now, passing about 82 yards for Phelps.
Vega will drop back to punt for Greenfield.
Watch the fake here.
Vega and punt
Right near
formation
midfield.
with Keith and Craver deep for the Thunder.
It's a tricky day. Oftentimes you see some things that you don't ordinarily see during the regular season.
Well, Vega's an athlete, so that kid was the ball.
As far as everybody's pointing, I mean, everybody is wondering if we're going to see an actual punt here. Snap goes back. Vega will kick it. And off the side of his foot, and that is going to go into the books at about a 10-yard punt, 36-yard line. If Turner's no, they're going to spot up even further.
Well, we saw
40-yard line.
Wyatt Keith do almost the exact same thing. His went just a little bit further than the first half, but kicked.
Thunder will have a
For win, yeah.
It really pushed that
really
back.
tough. And, you know, judging by
40-yard
that,
line.
Greenfield may just as well run a play.
Well, and there was a little bit of pressure back there, too, so he really did have to try to kick it up. He couldn't try to kick that line drive, as we were talking about, trying to get it into the teeth of the wind. And Turner's Falls now with the ball here at their own 40-yard line to start this drive.
First down and 10. The give is to Keith. Got hit immediately. Big surge by Greenfield. He never did go
Keith in the
down.
backfield
He
by
wasn't
number
going to go
74,
anywhere.
Cameron Lackey.
Now they're going to mark him back. We're actually saying he loses 2 yards on that
Loss of
carry.
2, second and 12 for the Thunder.
65 is bringing their entire line back next year, by the way. There's not a senior among the bunch.
Really good.
Everyone's coming back.
Big kid.
They have played well. They have played well here today. And really, Greenfield, if they didn't play well, Greenfield had little or no chance
Oh,
to
absolutely.
win this football game. Second down and 11 from the 39. Pitch back to Wyatt Keith, looking to turn the corner. Does so. Breaks through a tackle. Has the first down into Greenfield
face mask.
territory.
Look at that play. Yes,
There's a face mask
absolutely.
at the end. So that's going to take it from the 45 down to the Greenfield 30 and a first and 10.
Yeah, you can see that from
flag.
here. And actually, I mean, he got taken down by the face mask. His head got spun around, and big penalty here against Greenfield. Turner's Falls have been assessed 2 15-yard penalties in that first half, but a 15-yard run and another 15 yards on top of that on that play.
So that'll take it from the 45. We'll step off to 15 yards. First and 10 Turner's Greenfield
First and 10,
30-yard line.
Thunder at the
leading by
Waves 30-yard line.
6:22 to play here in the third.
That could be a costly penalty for Greenfield. Again, Keith was getting spun out of bounds, but yeah, you could see just by the way the head came around, the way he was being jerked, that the face mask was being involved in that tackle.
Now jumper center gives to Keith. And he extends into the secondary. He could be gone. Got tripped up. Brought down at the 5-yard line. A 15-yard gain. First and goal for the Greenfield 5.
He was at the 30 there, wasn't he? The first and
Number 36,
He was at the 30, right?
yeah, so that's going to be a 25-yard.
Yeah. Down to the
And the
5.
Thunder has a first and goal at the 4-yard line.
With a chance to get this game back to within 2. Ball will be spotted high, but 3 yards out of bounds. It's like Lavish and Booth are in the eye. It's Wyatt, right side. And he is into the end zone, touchdown over right tackle.
Wyatt Keith in for the Thunder touchdown.
28-26, Greenfield with the 2-point conversion, we're assuming, coming up here.
Wyatt Keith, 19 carries, 202 yards, and a pair of touchdowns. Again, that was aided by that 15-yard penalty as well. But yeah, here we go. We talked about the extra point conversions, whether you're kicking or going for 2. Turner's Falls down by 2 right now, 28-26, and presumably will go for 2 again. Last time,
They're not kicking good. They're going to try to go from the high.
last time he had Whiting in the corner and ball just popped right off his hands. He went with the bootleg.
And Thunder will go for the 2-point conversion attempt.
And the tailback is Wyatt Keith. They give it to Wyatt Keith on the right side, runs at the heart of the Greenfield D.
Gonna be close.
He got pushed back, did
And he
not
did not
get
make
in.
it.
So
He
Greenfield
held
with a
at the goal
huge
line.
stop on the conversion.
And a flag go. 2 flags. Flags late.
There's a flag after
That
the
might go against
play.
Turner's.
We're going to have to wait to see. We're waving the Greenfield players to their bench. We'll sort this out. We are going to take the timeout. 5:41 to
And the
play.
score was
This after the
5:41
play, so
remaining in the
conversion
third quarter.
did not work. 28.
Greenfield Green Wave 28,
26 Greenfield on
Turner's
the
Falls
northwest
Thunder
of Greenfield,
26.
South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard.
So that'd be 15 yards
Personal foul
on the kick.
Turner's on the
Personal
kick.
foul
Yeah.
against the
Came
Thunder
after the conversion try.
after the conversion try.
referee said something to say to somebody over there.
Yep, getting a little chippy.
Yeah.
Definitely getting chippy. We will give us another 30. Give us another 30. Sorry, another 30.
Wyatt's got 225.
And we'll take it dry out of Krondecki Pizza. We'll take it dry out of Krondecki Pizza. That'll be our next timeout. Next time we have a timeout, that'll be there. That'll be the one we'll use.
Yeah.
My grandson throws 2 more touchdown passes.
Yeah, one way or the other. Yeah.
Oh boy, it's a nail biter.
All right, after Wyatt Keith was stopped on that 2-point conversion try, a Turner's Falls player whistled for a personal foul on sportsmanlike conduct, 15-yard penalty. So
kicking off from their own 25-yard line.
The 25 instead of the 40. So Greenfield should get good field position there. And
Ball's going off the tee again,
got
yeah.
blown off the tee. We've seen that multiple times here today. As you know, if you're in the area, very blustery, very cold day when the colder things can be easy.
For the wave.
Recent memory for sure, maybe a long time. Here comes the kick by Keith. Tops it. And it's taken by Vega on his own 40. Across the 45. And finds a little seam still going. And Daniel Vega brings it to the Turner's Falls 48-yard line.
Brings the ball into Thunder territory.
And Greenfield will have a short field on this next drive.
Well, you knew Greenfield was probably going to end up with pretty good field position. Again, the 15-yard penalty at the end of that last play assessed on the kickoff, so you're kicking much deeper, 15 yards deeper than you normally are. But a great effort by Vega at the end of that return. Let's see where they end up slotting. It's in Turner's territory. Yeah, about the 49-yard line.
No, actually 43.
I'm sorry, yeah, that's the over there, yeah. So nice effort by Vega to get an extra 10 yards at the end of that.
Yeah, he's had a fine career at Greenfield High School for sure. Would have been nice to see him playing a postseason game. Did not pan out after the wave faded late. Pitch on the right side to Burr. Turner's with a nice surge, and they're going to bring him down for a big loss. Castine rips him down in the backfield. Lost back to the 45-yard line, a loss of 2. It'll be second and 10.
Yeah, so now RJ sits at 180 yards in his quest for 2,000 on the season. And needed 209 coming in. We didn't think he really had much of a chance, but a lot of football left here. He just lose 29 more yards. Lost a couple there, though.
Could come close, not sure. Again, you know, Greenfield trying to involve other guys in the offense. Phelps has been throwing the ball quite a bit. In fact, the first Greenfield touchdown came through the air, a long touchdown pass to Dion Casanova.
Heck, I mean, he had 263 yards up in the Berkshires there against McCann and never touched the ball in the second half.
Yeah.
They could have handed that ball to him once in the second half. And, boy, he was just running from everywhere. 60-yard touchdown run.
Second down and 11. Short drop by Phelps, flushed out of the pocket. Here comes the blind side, steps up. He's in big trouble, throws, just let sack a little bit too far down at the Turner's Falls 25. It'll be third and 11.
Well, great job by Phelps to keep himself out of trouble. There was pressure coming from just about every side, and he was able to slide up, slide forward, slide up again, and then almost had sacked. The outstretched arm just touched the football as it went over his head. But again, nice job by Phelps to keep that play alive as long as he did. He completed his first 4 passes. He's missed on his last 2, so 4 for 6 right now is Owen Phelps.
John, I was watching assistant coach Glenn Wilson, who worked with the linebacker for Greenfield, and he is as fiery as they come, and he is pleading with his guys to give the quarterback time, and if they're run blocking, to give the running backs a hole. Third down and 11. Pitch goes.
Oh, boy.
And the two Greenfield players run into each other in the backfield. It was Bird, who's just now getting up, and Vega. They ran into each other at midfield. The ball is down there. It'll be 4th down. Greenfield left the punt. They were trying to work a reverse, and as well as they executed it a year ago, not that time.
Boy, and they knocked thighs as they tried to run past each other and knocked each other to the ground. He said Bird was a little slower getting up, but Vega coming back across Bird, and they just ran right into each other.
Terrible punt formation.
Loss of 5.
Terrible drive for the Greenway. 4th down now and 16. Snap goes back. It goes through Campbell's hands, and he does get the punt away. It kind of floats up and takes a little bit of a Greenfield bounce, but not really. And Turner's Falls will take over at their own 36-yard line. 3:30 to play here. 3:29 to play here in the third. The Green Wave clinging to a 2-point lead.
Yeah, big pressure on Campbell there. He was able to get that ball out. He hit it pretty high. He actually got decent distance out of it, considering he's kicking into that wind. So Turner's Falls sets up shop here at their own 35-yard line now, down by 2, 28-26. About 3.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Whiting goes to the far side right. Craver to the near side left. The backs are split behind the quarterback dodge. Flag down is going to be Turner's Falls, the left tackle, the left tackle
on the play,
just ahead of the snap.
Turner's Falls direction.
False start, 5-yard penalty. It'll be first down and
5
15.
yards against the Thunder.
5 penalties against Turner's Falls for 60 yards in this game. Greenfield penalized just twice for 20.
Doing that face mask that really aided Turner's on their last round.
Yeah, sure did. 15-yard gain by Keith, and then the 15-yard face mask. And next thing Turner's was back in the end zone.
John Fritz into the game. He'll come split to the near side left. And now Turner's has gone to the double slot formation. Inside give, up the middle. Now it's Whiting. He got the yardage lost by the penalty. A flag at the very end of the play. It's a face mask against Greenfield. That'll give Turner's Falls an automatic first down.
Oh, so Whiting
We've had a lot of face masks. The last 2 nights, we had face mask last night from Butler, too.
Boy, I'll tell you what, yeah, I didn't see the face mask on that. I was watching Whiting, and see, they said he took the carry. He's going to gain about 5 yards, enough to get the penalty yards back, but we're going to tack on 15 more.
Up to the midfield stripe, 1st and 10, Turner's Falls. 3:15 to play in the third. They trailed away by 2.
Whiting's first carry of the game. We've seen Craver with a carry, John Torres with a pair of carries, and first Castine with a 2-yard touchdown run there in the first half.
Again, the double wing formation, coming in motion. They work. A counter play goes to Wyatt Keith into the Greenfield secondary. First down to the Greenfield 38-yard line. So now Greenfield defensively, they have to adjust because now Turner's Falls has switched up the offense, at least for now. They may go back to their traditional one at any time. But yeah, Coach LaPointe likes to run a lot of different formations out there.
Ball's on the Waves 39-yard line.
Craver, now they go back to the I formation. Wideouts to either side. First down and 10 for the Greenfield 38-yard line. Greenfield jumped offside. This is a free play for Turner's Falls. Did the flag come in?
Well, they definitely jumped. I didn't see a flag, and
Carry, stopped by Nate Hazelton.
Okay, so no flag. I thought Greenfield had come across on the snap, but
yeah, sure looks
Second
it.
and
now we're back
7
at
for the
the
Thunder.
6-yard line. We're going to gain of about 2 there. It'll be second down. Clock continues to move here in the third. Not as much scoring here in the second half as in the first. We had combined 42 points in that first half. Pitch, left side goes to Key. Uses a stiff arm, gets around the corner. Shoved out of bounds by Bird. Not before he brought it inside the 35-yard line. We'll see how close he got to the stick. Now it's going to be about 3rd and about 4 for Turner.
You know, I don't know why these numbers astonish me, but I'm looking at why I gave this game alone. 22 carries, 219 yards, and this isn't even one of the top 5 best games of the year. I mean, you look at the numbers the kid has put up: 239 against Greenfield last time, 226 against Frontier, 316 yards against Mount Greylock. 3 touchdowns as well in that one for Keith.
Out of the eye, play action, rolling to the right. Lets it fly on the right side, and this pass is going to get picked off by Vega. Dan Vega picks it off at the Turner's Falls 10-yard line as that one was underthrown.
It was underthrown, and yeah, you can see the DB was at the inside position in Vega, and that ball needed to be thrown well over Whiting's head for him to go get it instead. Yeah, underthrown. Vega at inside position and made a nice catch. And there's your INT. So 2 of those now for Kyle Dodge. And Greenfield's going to take over at their own 10-yard line now, up by 2 points.
1:47 to play in the third. They lead Turner's 28-26. So a break there for the Wave. But again, they're deep in their own territory, and their last offensive series was a disaster. The guys running into each other, plays that went for long losses. Let's see if they can get out of the shadow of their own end zone. On first down, they're going to pass on the right side, looking for Vega. Nearly intercepted. Fraser. Andy had it, and then he didn't.
Don't hit the ground. The ground's hard. You're only going to hurt your hand. It's not the ground's fault. Yeah.
He had the pick. That pass was underthrown as well. I mean, these quarterbacks, I mean, they're giving it a go, but these are really tough conditions to pass in.
Yeah, and you could see that ball kind of died there a little bit, and Craver just had the perfect position on it. Boy, yeah, I mean, if you throw that ball to that kid 100 times, he's going to catch it 99, and that's just the one time, and he just can't come up with it. He's still talking to himself out there as he slides back over to this side here and gets ready for this next play.
2nd and 10 from the 10. Again, Greenfield trying to give themselves some room. They go to RJ Bird up the middle. Nice carry for Bird, still going! He's at midfield! RJ Bird being chased by Craver. It's a foot race to the goal line. RJ Bird taking it 90 yards for that touchdown.
I'll tell you what, Jeff Terrell, we've seen a lot of things through the years.
Whoa!
The chances of him getting 2,000 yards, getting 209 today, we thought were very slim. He just picked up 90 more yards on top of the 175 he had.
And he gets 2,000.
255 yards, over 2,000 for the season.
This is the last game that number 22 will ever play for the Greenfield Green Wave. And who knows how it's going to turn out in terms of who wins the game, but man, he has put his stamp on this rivalry in a huge way.
Well, and I'll tell you what, he just blew by Brian Boschman. These are all-time leading rushers here in the Valley career, and he's catching up to Matty Z. Matty Z ended up with 4,700 yards, and Bird may end up eclipsing him. It's Isaiah Jones for the lead, 5,208.
2-point conversion. Phelps over the middle, throws. Cassett. It was let's see what they're saying. Incomplete.
Yep. Dropped it.
Never did able. That's Meadows. Meadows thought that he had caught it and then lost. I checked that. Not Meadows. That is Casanova. He thought he had caught it and got his feet down, but the officials were very clear, saying no good. We'll take a timeout. 1:26 to play here in the third quarter. And on the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard, it's Greenfield 34, Turner's Falls 26. Not going to change their mind, Coach.
That's a 6. That's a 265.
Is that 265 for the game? And it remains at 8 point, remains a 1-possession game.
Wow. Right.
This is nuts.
After all that, yeah, right. Great.
Well, it's weird because you stop them for a while, you know. You get plenty of rushes where it didn't go anywhere, and then boom.
Yep.
All right.
That's amazing.
Time for Turners to counter punch again. I'm sure they will.
Good for him. That's awesome.
Keeping Craver deep for the Thunder.
That's awesome.
We're kicking off for the Green Wave.
No, it's going to be hard because of the lighting.
It'd be cool if they could get a picture of Bird and Keith together.
And Keith together. That'd be,
Show my camera. Cool.
And the kick looks like it may end up out of bounds. Turner's Falls picks it up. Dodge the younger.
Oh, yeah, I think this will be nice.
Picks it up, goes out of bounds just inside the 30-yard line. So it'll be Turner's Falls 1st and 10, right around their own 27 or so. Late third quarter, Greenfield after Bird's 90-yard touchdown run. They're back up again by 8. The last 2 times they've missed out on the conversions. Turner's on their last touchdown missed out on the conversion as well.
Between R.J. Bird and Wyatt Keith.
Yeah, what do they have? What are the combined numbers?
484 yards.
Come on, that can't be. Is it?
265 for Bird, 219 for Keith.
484 combined?
Yep.
And we're not out of the third
Just
quarter
those
yet.
2 guys, yeah.
And now here's Keith right now to take his crack at it. Pushing the pile forward. RJ among those on the stop, but not before he takes it across the 30. Up at around the 33-yard line, 2nd down and 5. Thunder trailing by 8.
Thunder.
Again, a 5 on that carry. So, yeah, 224 right now for Wyatt Keith, 265 for Bird, and 2,000 on the season. I think I get a picture of Keith and Bird together at the end of this ball game. 2 kids run for 2,000 yards in the same season.
This is history.
Unbelievable.
This does not happen ever.
Never.
Unprecedented. Counterplay, they go to Keith. And he has the 1st down. Brings it up close to the Turner's Falls 40-yard line. They'll put him down right around the 38-yard line. A fresh set of downs for Turners.
Wyatt Keith ran for 1,000 yards up at Pioneer last season. The last season of the program there.
First down.
His name is going to be hanging on the banner in 2 gyms. Up in Pioneer and 1 in Turner's Falls.
And over on Turnpike Road in Turners, you got it. Wideouts to the other side, backs are split. They run a counterplay. It is Wyatt Keith. They'll take it on the left side. Runs right into Hunter Campbell. He actually ran over Hunter Campbell back in September on that long touchdown run in Turner's Falls easy victory.
He's run some people over this season. A 5 on that.
Probably was the last play of the third quarter. In fact, it was. End of 3 here at Bettsfield in Turner's Falls, in Bettsfield and Greenfield, and our score on the Car Quest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Children's Scoreboard. We're going to win. Greenfield 34, Turner's Falls 26.
Yeah, so right now I've got those 2 guys at 501 combined.
That is sick. That is amazing.
Phelps has got 82 yards. Whiting and Dodge have 64 between the 2 of them. That's another 140 some change. So we're looking at 640 yards of offense.
This is a 60 here, by the way, bud. I'm sorry. This is a 60, please.
That's amazing. It doesn't look like the defense are playing that bad. You know what I mean?
No,
like they're not. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like it just doesn't seem. I don't know.
Have you ever played defense in 10 degrees weather?
Well, again, I'd rather have the ball.
Me neither.
No, I'd rather be going doing that, but man. Yeah, see, the referee's talking about the catch right now. He caught him, it went right behind his back. You see him? He pulled it around and it fell.
All right, we are set for the 4th quarter and what has become a classic game. And you know, you talk about how the new NFL is all about offense. Here at the high school level, it's been a lot of offense, a lot of points, a lot of yardage.
Yeah.
High formation, 3rd down, up the middle. Short of the 1st down, it'll be 3rd down and short. That was Keith again in Greenfield. Really keying on him.
Yeah, as of a moment ago, I had both Bird and Keith combined for 501 rushing yards. Thompson, 82 yards from Phelps. Whiting had a 40-yard toss, and Dodge 24. So tack on another 40 there. So we're looking at about 650 yards of offense through 3 quarters of football.
Yeah, we got a ways to go. Yeah, 10:25 to play in the game. Greenfield by 8. Third down and short for Turners. They go to the fullback, and Torres gets the first down up to the midfield stripe. Fresh to the down.
Yeah, best run by Torres in the game. He had a couple carries early. No gain. You give him a gain of about 5 yards there. Big first down for Turners.
10-10 to play in the game. Greenfield leading by 8, 34-26.
This game's got to go to overtime, right? It's got to.
That would be the answer, yeah. That would be a very appropriate way. Heartbreaking for the team that would lose in OT. Having emotion. Here's Lavin. Pitch to Keith. Has plenty of blocking out there. But Greenfield closes late. But White is able to squirt through for a gain of about 3 to the Greenfield 47. Second down and 7.
Again, we've seen this all season long from Wyatt Keith. Again, just to talk about some of the numbers that kid's put up. He scored 5 touchdowns against East Hampton. 21 carries, 206 yards on the ground that night. That was his season high, obviously, for touchdowns. But he had scored 4 touchdowns in a previous game. Put up 3 against Greenfield in that first meeting, 3 against Frontier, 3 more against Greylock. Big numbers, big season for Wyatt Keith.
On second down, they give it to Keith. Squirts into the secondary, and he is gone. Wyatt Keith is going to take it 47 yards. It is 34-32.
He ran into his own blocker. He actually ran right to the backside of his block, bounced off of that,
47-yard touchdown
and then just off to the races up the middle of the field. Now has 2. Oh my God! So where's my abacus? 289 yards rushing for Wyatt Keith in this game. His 3rd touchdown of the game.
This is incredible. Wow. 34-32 now. More importantly than the individual stats, the critical 2-point conversion try for the tie. Double wideouts to either side. Dodge under center. Play action pass. Wide open left side, but the ball underthrown to Whiting. Could not come up with it on the far side over there. And Greenfield maintains the 2-point lead. We'll take a timeout. 9:05 to play in the football game. And on the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield and Schumer scoreboard is now Greenfield 34, Turner's Falls 22. Couldn't have been more open. Couldn't have been more open. Which was the hot shot?
And that one there was a drop. You know, the other 2-point conversion, that was in his hands.
That was in Whiting's hands, yeah. Wow.
Oh my God.
That's how this one is. That's why I brought it.
Wow.
Normally it's like.
This is a 30 here, bud. This is just a 30. Let's take Johnson.
No, this is what it was made for.
494.
Well, that Monday night game that people are still talking about, Chiefs-Rams.
This is better.
54-51.
This is better.
I think this is even better. Yes, I would agree. This is incredible. 34-32 Greenfield. Turner's Falls has led once today.
Right.
That was 7-0. Greenfield came and scored on their opening drive, taking 8-7 lead. And Turner's has been chasing them ever
Not
since.
quite.
Yeah, this is way better than those 0-0 ties that they used to put up back in the 30s.
Yeah, way back in the
This
day.
has got to be way better.
It'd be interesting to
6-6 tie.
see. Yeah, the game was played a very different way back then. All right, Keith now kicking it off, and he tops it. This could be tough to handle, but Sack picks it up at the 25 across the 30. Got stood up there, 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for Greenfield there. And if you're thinking Sack sounds like a Turner's name, he's the son, of course, of Gary Sack, who won the MVP of this game back in 1984. Turner's Falls victory here at that field. His son played for you over at Turner's Falls. And now plays for Greenfield the last 2 years.
Yeah, he was a middle school kid, pulling up on my JV squad for baseball. And yeah, what a great kid. Young man, a nice young man. He's a leader, he's an athlete, works hard, pays attention, does everything a coach could ask you to do. And has had some pretty good success over here. Just a sophomore this year for Greenfield.
1st and 10 Greenfield from their own 33-yard line. Backs in the I formation, double wideouts to the near side left. 1st down carry to R.J. Bird, spun out of 1 tackle. Now Custer to the left side. He's up near midfield, needs one man to beat, and gets shoved out of bounds by the only man that could have stopped him, and that was Craver. He was nearly gone yet again.
As soon as he got the corner, he could see he had the lane, and then Craver had to track him down. Again, it's 17 to the 50. Let's see where they spot this one.
30-yard line of Turner's Falls.
So that's a 37-yard gain there for Bird.
I'm getting tired just watching these, between Keith and Bird running, I'm just getting tired watching it. This is incredible. 1st and 10, Greenfield from the Turner's Falls 30-yard line.
R.J. Bird just went over 300 yards.
Away at the Thunder's 30-yard line. Phelps under center.
45
was away.
Keith's at 289.
They go to Hazelton just to kind of change things up, and he has dropped from no gain to the 30. He'll be second down.
That's the second carry of the game for Hazelton. He gained a yard on his first carry, so a couple carries right back to the line of scrimmage there.
I usually don't like the
Clock in motion, 8:30 to play, so plenty of time. One of them scoring, and I'm sure
you just brought that in. The other one should be.
we'll see more scoring here.
I would think so. Greenfield on the drive here. Second
Yeah, it
and
would
10
have
from
been
the
tasty, but
30,
it wouldn't have
turns
given
ball
you
30.
You would have enjoyed the.
Vega and sack to the far side right. Hazelton and Bird in the eye. The tight end, Casanova on the left side. Pitch goes to Bird. Turner's Falls all over him, but RJ looks to turn the corner. Does so now. Cuts back in, and then gets walloped down inside
Bird on the carry.
Turner's 25. Spotted at the 24-yard line. 3rd down and 4 for Greenfield.
Yeah, let's see, give him a gain of, we'll call it 6 yards on that carry.
Stop by Tyler Lavin on
What
the play.
Greenfield would love to do is to continue this
3rd
drive.
and 4 for the way.
Not necessarily get into the end zone right away, but really take some clock. But more importantly, make it a 10-point lead and make it a 2-possession game. They've been unable to do that all morning long.
Yeah, well, largely has been 8. Turner's Falls has answered a couple times, just not able to convert on their 2-point conversions.
3rd down and 4 for Greenfield. He's very deliberate at this point. Vega and Sack come to the left side, near side here. Again, the backs are in the eye. You can see a pass play here. There will be play action, heavy rush. He is going to be sacked. Sacked by Fritz back at the 40-yard line, and it's 4th down.
I lose about 15 yards on that sack as well. The first sack of Owen Phelps. And that was a big one. That's huge right there. Now Greenfield.
Yeah, they actually spotted back up to the 35
all right.
with this momentum. He kind of got flung backwards. But 4th down, and let's see, the ball, they need to get to the 20 first. 15. Let's see, Hazelton counting bodies. What's Greenfield going to do here? They're going to call timeout?
Yeah, I needed real food.
You guys
were hungry.
Yeah, they had Phelps under center. They need to talk about this. We're going to keep it here. Yeah, their strategy here is, look, if you punt, number one, you risk a long return. You could potentially pin Turner's down, but you're also risking a long return if you run the play and still fall short. You know, you're going to have, it's a tough situation, Sean, but you could run a play here knowing that odds are you won't get the required yards.
Looks like they're thinking about punting it. I mean,
at first, though, they did have Phelps under center.
Yeah, it does make sense, again, if you can pin Turner's inside their 20-yard line to start this drive, and they should be able to do that pretty easily. The wind is at their back. It's kind of died down a little bit here, so.
Not quite as bad as it was in the first half, for sure.
Yeah, I know. An angle one towards the corner and put it down inside the 10-yard line. That's the ideal.
Johnny, if you want to take a break.
Formation.
Watch the fake here, too.
Okay.
It's
That's that shit right there.
It doesn't work. These snapbacks. Does have a deep man
I know you're getting paid.
And Vega is going to roll to the right. Evades it, steps up, he's going to run. Greenfield Vega still going, he's going to get the first down and more. Vega is going to score the touchdown. I don't believe it.
I'll tell you what, Jeff, we knew he was going to be a factor in this football game. We called fake before the punt. We kind of knew it was that middle fiddle area. Greenfield probably not really punting the ball. Vega immediately pulled it down, ran to his right, got clogged up there. Fritz got blocked, almost got to him, and then he was able to just diagonally across the football field burn everybody to the end zone. Wow.
Yeah, I am stunned.
Wow. Turner's is stunned. Look at them kids. They're just, their hands are on their hips.
4th and 15.
Yeah.
He fakes it, and he ran from one side of the field to the other. I mean, it'll go in the books running from, 35 yards, but honestly, Sean, he ran a lot more than that. All right, back to what we've been talking about all day. The importance of the conversions. Greenfield can make it a 2-score lead if they are successful right here. They'll give it to Bird. He'll try the left side.
Fumble. Oh, ball's out.
Picked up by Greenfield, not going to make it. Hazelton, again, you can return a turnover and
conversion
fumble
attempt is
the other way
no
to
good.
2 points. But the 2-point conversion fails, and we stay on serve. It's still a 1-possession game. Timeout on the field. 6:16 to play in the 4th quarter on the CarQuest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Shelburne scoreboard. It is Greenfield 40, Turner's Falls 32.
I wouldn't have thought Greenfield scores 40 points today.
Boy, they went from 8 to 40 against the same team 2 months later.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
It's just, you never know.
Right.
You never know.
Look at Jay Patinsky all down there like, yeah, I picked Greenfield to win.
That's right. And if we were picking, I wouldn't have done it.
I wouldn't either.
We'll take it here, bud.
Deep for the Thunder.
Daniel Vega having just scored. Greenfield unsuccessful on the conversion. They lead by 1 score and a 2-point conversion. They lead by 8, 40 to 32. Hunter Campbell now set to kick. Line drive kick, and Keith is going to get a shot from his 10, 15 to the 20. And then he gets buried down there. 4 momentum will bring him out to the 20-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 Turners from there. 6:08 to play. They trail by 8.
Have to check in on that Athol Maher game and see how that's going down there. That's in Athol this year, right?
And that's the game that has had, they've had games like this
Oh,
in recent memory.
absolutely.
They've had back and forth crazy games. Athol, that game's in Athol, by the way, and they're favored at home against Jim Woodward's guys. He has Jimmy's got a pretty young team this year. Well, he also has Garuppy, so
Yeah, that
healthy,
kid
which-
blew up the other day.
Yeah, it's he's a game breaker. All right, 1st and 10 Turners from their own 20-yard line. Pitch left side goes to Wyatt Keith, and R.J. Bird comes up and sticks him for a loss of 5.
There's a loose
Hey,
ball.
Greenfield says they have the football. I didn't see it come out.
I didn't see it come out, but I saw Bird dive after he made the tackle.
Yeah,
He hit
Greenfield's
Keith
not going to
hard.
get it. Greenfield is
They said he was down.
You're going to lose about 4 yards on the carry.
Loss of 4.
back
Second
to
and
the
14.
16-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 14 from there. 5 minutes, 40 seconds to play in the game. Clock in motion, Greenfield leading by 8.
Yeah, Bird really popped him. I didn't see the ball come out, but I did see Bird jump as if he was jumping on a ball, and they're going to say Keith was down before the ball came out, obviously. Turner's Falls still has the ball here, but it's 2nd and 15.
In motion is Lavin. Back to pass Dodge. Throwing on the right side. Great catch by Whiting. Has the first down. Little spin move. Breaks free along the sideline. Still going. Up near the 50-yard line. Finally is dropped down there. 1st and 10 for Turner's Falls.
Nice pass complete.
And the Tribe,
Hayden Whiting.
let's see, 47-yard line for Turner's Falls.
Yeah, we'll call it about 25 yards on that completion by Dodge. Just his 2nd completed pass, 2 of 6 passing.
And Turner's Falls going hard up there. Still 5 minutes
46-yard
left in the game.
line.
They have plenty of time here. They go back to Keith. He takes it up the middle. Moving the pile forward into Greenfield territory. Down to the Green Waves 46-yard line. A gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and
Pick up
2.
of 8. 2nd and 2 for the
93
Thunder.
yards right now for Wyatt Keith on the ground. 10, 20, 29 carries.
And you said Birds over 3?
308.
308. So combined about 600.
600 yards. Yeah, 601 between those two guys.
River in motion. We'll take it on a sweep. Skidder Screw got the first down inside the Greenfield 45-yard line. This comes down to 43. A fresh set of downs. And an injured Greenfield player. No, he's being helped to his feet.
Just the 2nd carry for Andy Craver. And no gain on his first carry, so a couple carries, 3 yards for him. Fresh set of downs, as you said, for Turner's
First
Falls.
down for the
Ball's
Thunder.
going really fast here.
Within 43 yard
Very,
line.
very quickly. They go back to Wyatt Keith up the middle, runs into the Greenfield line, And Lackey is able to come up and
Keep on
run
the
a carry.
carry.
No gain. Second down and 10. 4:10 to play in the game.
No gain on the
That was the
play.
30th carry for Wyatt Keith.
Want to make sure it's not copied.
Yeah, but with all the equipment.
No gain on that one. 2nd and 10 for Turners. Getting down 8:40 to 32. 4 minutes exactly to play in this game.
At the Wayne's
Back center
43
split
yard
behind
line.
Kyle Dodge. Second down and long. Wyatt Keith.
Oh, that's a face mask.
Saw his head snap back. No call though. Not even by the side judge. It'll go for a gain on the side. It'll be 3rd down and 9. And looking at Dodge going up top here to see if Turners Falls can keep this drive going. Clock now is becoming a factor. 3:35 to play.
Turners has only completed 3 passes today. One of those was Jaden Whiting's throw to Tyler Lavin. Excuse me, to Jake Wallace.
3rd down and 9. Back to passes Dodge. Looking to the right. Sets up. Throws a deep ball. Looking for Keith. Tipped away. Great defensive play down there by Jake Sack. It'll be 4th down.
They hadn't thrown the ball to Wyatt Keith once all season long. He had 2 catches in that Hoosick game for 30 yards.
Breaks up the pass.
And I'll tell you, that would have been a nice catch. He was covered, but the ball was delivered right where Keith couldn't get it. It was going to be a tough catch to make. Right at the goal line, too, but falls incomplete. So big 4th down now for Turner Falls. 4th and 9. They need to convert this.
They need to keep the change going. They have 4 timeouts. They have 5 of their timeouts. I mean, Greenfield had to burn 1 earlier this half. All right, here they go. 4th down and 9. Dodge under center. Coming in motion is Lavin. Play action. He's back to pass. Has a man open. First down, Turners Falls. It is Whiting. Still on his feet. Slips through a tackle. Still going. And he's roughed up out of bounds inside the Greenfield 25-yard line. The drive continues with 3:03 to remain. That's a big conversion.
I'll tell you what, he just got down and he sat right where he needed to be, right at the line to gain for the first down, and just turned and waited. And Dodgy found him, delivered a strike, and then he was able to get another 5 to 10 yards after the catch. Nice job by Whiting. 1st and 10 Turners.
And now they go back to Keith up the middle. Skirts to the left side. R.J. Burr rips him down on the sideline just inside the 20-yard line. Actually did not get out of bounds. The clock will stay in motion. 2:40 to play. Greenfield 40, Turners 32. The ball is going to be spotted. Let's see. Just inside the Greenfield 20-yard line. We'll call it the 19.
I've got him at 298 yards on this game now. Wyatt Keith, that was his 32nd carry.
2nd and 6.
Bird at 308. Wyatt Keith at 298.
Coming down to the 2-minute mark, and you can see, Sean, the crowd is definitely filled in since halftime.
Yeah, absolutely.
People want to see this. And the play is whistled dead on the snap. That's a false start against
There
Turners.
is a flag on the
5
play.
yards.
A false start against the
And it'll
Thunder.
be 2nd down and 11 from the 24-yard line.
Penalties absolutely a factor in this game for Turners Falls. 6 penalties, 65 yards assessed against them. Turners takes a timeout.
Timeout.
And it's not a full timeout, so we will keep it right here. 2 minutes and 11 seconds to play. It's Greenfield 40. Turners Falls 32. We've had tremendous heart-stopping plays, none really bigger. You know, it's kind of funny to say this on a game where we had a 90-yard touchdown run from scrimmage, but that vague a fake punt when Turners Falls probably realized that something was up. In fact, he was able to get the first down and get the end zone.
Mathley, yep, it was just amazing. Gave him a lead, extended it to 8 again, but 40-32 now. Turners Falls with the ball, just over 2 minutes to play.
Double wideouts to either side on 2nd down and 11. And you're going to work a reverse halfback option. Everybody's covered when he's going to take off.
Oh, and that's going to be a flag.
Yeah, flag comes in. That's going to be a face mask against Greenfield. We've had so many face masks here, and with exactly 2 minutes to play in the game, it's going to be a 15-yarder as Greenfield was going for the tackle. And again, they've had so many instances where the hands ended up around the face mask.
I'll tell you, a great job by Whiting there. Again, he took the handoff, and he had all kinds of time. His receivers were covered pretty well, so ended up pulling it down and just trying to run. And about 3 yards past the line of scrimmage, you see him nearly get his head ripped off. A 15-yard penalty. That's going to bring it down inside the 10-yard line. Oh, right, yeah, knows the ball on the 10, yeah. So, again, that's a big penalty. Did somebody say overtime?
I believe that was you, Sean, and Turner's Falls is a score and a 2-point conversion away from tying it.
Just feels like it should happen, doesn't it?
That would be appropriate today. These teams have played so well. All right, I formation, double wideouts to the far side left. The give is to Wyatt Keith, has a hole, but it closes quickly. And Greenfield's able to push him back after just a short gain of a couple. 1:34 left, timeout on the field that is charged to Turner's Falls.
Second and
Out of the half zone.
Ball's at the 7-yard line. Greenfield just trying to come up with a stop, or better yet, a turnover.
The clock is not really an issue for Turners right now. Again, 1:34. Ball is inside the 10-yard line, about the 7. They can get a first down, but they've got to get it right to the goal line for that. And again, you don't want to leave Greenfield a lot of time if you do score this and get the 2-point conversion.
That's true. That's very true. That's the other consideration. All right, we're set to go now after that Turner's Falls timeout. Pitch, left side to Wyatt Keith. Looks to turn the corner. He gets brought down. Big stop, a loss. The clock is still going. Turner's, they're going to burn a TO here. They will. 1:24 to play. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Yeah, again, so now you're looking at,
loss of the yard.
again, you can get the first down, but you're going to be right at the line for it. So, yeah, Turner's going to take the full timeout here.
And we will step aside for the timeout. 1:24 to play in regulation on the conquest of Greenfield, South Deerfield, and Chauvin scoreboard. It is Greenfield 40 and Turner's Falls 32.
So I had him at 3:01 and he just lost 2 yards.
Oh, so
I got to be, I'm usually off by a yard or two, so it could be one way or the other.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But you're, I've noticed that when I look at the paper on Mondays, you're usually right
Pretty close.
there. You're pretty close. Okay, we're going to take it here, Bud. We don't want to miss anything.
I think I might tape more sports than any station.
How many timeouts they got left? Two?
The media distribution network.
All right, we are back at Vets Field. There are many more human beings at this field than there were at 10:30 this morning.
Yeah, a couple, 3 deep on the ends.
I think the strategy was listen to Jeff and Hubie on Bear Country in our warm kitchen and drive over to the school and check out the second half. And we've all been rewarded. I don't care who wins this game, but I tell you what, high school football wins.
Yes. This should be one of the best games. We said that at the end of last season too. But
no, I think this tops it. Actually,
it really does. It's just a complete football game from start to finish, and both teams battling.
Like most sports.
3rd and 7 from the 8 for Turners. Dodge, play action pass, looking to the left. Pump fakes, takes off himself, heads towards the goal line, dives towards it. He's in for the touchdown. Dodge scores 40-38 with a 2-point conversion coming up.
He was trying to find Craver, but Craver was covered over in the corner. He pulled it down. It didn't look as though he had a chance to get there, but sheer will and effort. Dove for the pile and knocked it over. You see the referees over there going to straighten that thing out. Dodge hit with the ball.
Dodge from 8 yards, and now the 2-point conversion and the tie. So one of two things will happen here. Turners ties the game at 40. They're likely looking at overtime, or they fail, and we'll see an onside kick. What is the play call?
Well, I tell you, they missed on their last couple, and you had a wide open Jalen Whiting at one who's underthrown.
All right, here we go. Dodge is under center. Castine at fullback. They give it to Castine. Heads up center of the field.
He's in.
He's lurching. No, did not get in. Greenfield stopped him. Greenfield comes up with the stop. And Turner's Falls still trails by 2 with 1:15 left. He did not get there.
Well, you can see that was the play, though. Castine, I mean, he hit that line hard, and excited fans in the stands here, and you can see he looked as though the pile moved forward, and he just was not able to get in. That's big number 78 coming off the bottom of that pile, Nick Lyons, and he might have been the guy that clogged that all up.
He is the biggest Green Wave defender. He paid a price, too, because he's coming to the sideline. All right, we all know what's going to happen now. Turner's Falls will be kicking from their own 40. They need to kick to beyond the 50 in the Greenfield territory and recover the onside kick, and then try to get down the field and into the end zone for the win. If Greenfield gets it, Turner's Falls does have 4 timeouts. If Greenfield covers up this onside kick,
I think Greenfield's only got 2. Turner's only got 2 timeouts remaining.
I think. Oh yeah, 2. You're right.
Yeah, they've used 3 here. So if Greenfield gets this ball, essentially it's ball game because Turner's can only stop the clock twice. They might get it back, but
this is huge. Here comes the onside kick. Turner's Falls is huddled up right now. Sometimes you'll see them break the huddle and rush towards the ball. They will spread out here. And the ball, the gust of breeze just came up. Well, I'll tell you, that will make it hard. If somebody has to hold the ball, that'll make it a little bit harder.
Just take one guy out of the equation.
Takes one, exactly. There's one less guy that could potentially come up with it. Let's see what the strategy is here. Where do they go with this onside kick? And here it comes. It is topped. It's in the air. It is loose.
Oh, that's a free ball. I think go either way. Turner's thinks they have it.
Has it? They do. Turner's Falls gets the onside kick. It's Tyler Lavin, and he has it at the Greenfield 42-yard line with 1:11 left to play.
Well, they had Keith Vick kicking it to this side. The ball went to the other side, a big bouncing ball, and all kinds of people around it. Green jerseys, white jerseys, and Turner's Falls converts on the onside kick. They got the ball at the 42-yard line of Greenfield. 1:11 to play, down by 2 points.
The Green Wave guys, they thought right now we should be in victory formation. And instead, they have to hang on. They lead by 2 with 1:11 to play.
Don't forget, Tyler Lavin's got a pretty good leg. He's pretty accurate, and Turner's Falls could kick a field goal if they were in that situation.
They have to get pretty close. Yep. It's quite windy. There's a crosswind.
Yeah, but they do not have to score a touchdown.
He has the ability.
Yep.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 Turners. From the 42-yard line of Greenfield, Turners with 2 timeouts remaining. They go to Wyatt Keith up the middle. Ball's loose and Greenfield got it. Wyatt Keith fumbled the football. Greenfield says they have it.
No, that's all that they have it.
Yeah, it looked like the Greenfield player had it. And they do. And that'll do it. So Turner's Falls with an opportunity to pull it out late, but with 1 minute left to play, it is picked up by Cameron Lackey. And Greenfield is going to get the stunning victory. You also have an injured Greenfield player at the very end of that play. So we will actually, the players now will go back into their huddle, but they did come over. It was Lackey who came up with that loose ball for Greenfield.
You can see it where Keith, got in the middle of the football field there and got spun around, and then of course Greenfield's ripping at that football. All right, Keith, he only had 1 fumble on the season.
So the Greenfield players have taken a knee for their teammate who is down. Turner's Falls players on the far side will do likewise now. The Greenfield player on his back did not see who that was. Right at the 35-yard line, but there's exactly 1 minute to play in the game.
Vega, is it?
I'm looking for number 3 out there. He had the play of the game.
That might be.
That's Sack.
Oh, it is?
That's Jake Sack, number 5. Yeah.
All right.
And it's a leg injury. They're helping him to his feet now, so that's a good sign.
Stand up and...
It's his left knee, either his left knee or his left ankle, and he's going to have to be helped to the sideline. So we will keep it here. Greenfield will have the ball, and they will go into victory formation. Turner's Falls can stop it, but only twice. What an amazing game. A nice round of applause for Sack. Greenfield calls a timeout. And while they do that, we'll actually keep it right here because I want to check and see how Jake's doing. I know, again, Sean, you're his coach from baseball a couple years ago.
Yeah. Kid's a warrior. Again, he's the kid you want to coach. He asks questions, thoughtful questions. He works hard. As an 8th grader on my JV team, he became the leader of my team.
Jake's a basketball player, too, and basketball season right around the corner. So hopefully he will be okay.
Yeah.
But how about Greenfield, Sean?
Yeah.
They were a decided home underdog against a team that really smacked them around over in Turner's Falls back in September, 35-8. And it looks like now with a minute left, they have pulled it off.
I wouldn't have, again, we wouldn't have thought Greenfield scored 40 points out here today. We knew it was going to be a closer game, but R.J. Bird running for over 300 yards in this one.
Well, for the Greenfield seniors, a lot of frustration. They never did make a postseason. They felt like this year they had the talent to do it. Clearly, they had the talent to do it. It just didn't work out.
Yep.
They laid a couple eggs over the course of the season, which kept them out of the postseason mix. But to wrap it up this way, especially for the seniors,
This will be interesting because Greenfield obviously will probably take a knee. Turner's calls that timeout. It'll happen twice. It'll be third down. They're going to have to run that play clock right down. And
this is sort of what happened. This is what happened 12 months ago, where Greenfield had to actually not take an immediate knee. They had to kind of kill some time.
We could be in that situation. Let's see if they actually run it now. But I don't think they're going to take a knee.
Well, I think they're going to try to burn a little bit of time. Wow, they ran a play. They ran a play into the center of the line. That is a risk. That ball pops loose like it just did on. Well, okay, so they burned 4 seconds there. Turner's called their 4th timeout of the half, so they have 1 more remaining. Yeah, the math just doesn't add up.
Yeah, Hazelton had that carry and going to lose a couple on that, but that's not the issue right now. 56 seconds to play.
Sean, I wouldn't do a handoff. What I've seen on other levels of football is the quarterback takes that and kind of backpedals or kind of shimmies to the side,
Right.
and then burns as much of that time, and then takes the knee. Doesn't wait to get tackled, obviously. Kind of runs around, runs backwards, take a knee. And be careful not to just lose the ball on your own.
Well, that play took about 4 seconds, so it didn't run a lot more time off than if they had just taken the knee. It usually runs a couple seconds off there anyway, and then Turner takes their timeout.
So ball's at the 30-yard line. Ball's at the 33-yard line. 2nd down and 12 for Greenfield.
Yeah, if you're going to take a knee. Don't run that. Like you said, Jeff, again, there is a chance when you run that play that the ball could come out. You're going to take a knee, take the knee.
2nd and 12.
2nd down and 12 for the Wave. And they hand off. And Bird still going. Well, this is killing a lot of time, actually. There's going to be dropped back for a big loss, which is going to take him under 300
I was
yards.
just going to say it depends on how many yards he lost. I've got him at 308. Let's see how many they mark him back there. Now Turner takes their last time out with 46 seconds. So again, Greenfield's going to have to snap the ball.
So that's the final timeout. So that was.
They're going to have to punt this ball away if they.
Well, the play clock, it's 46 seconds. So now they take a knee. It's going to be very close. It's going to be very, very close.
Bird did take a few seconds off that time, about 10 seconds to run that play.
3rd and 15 for the Wave.
High formation behind Phelps. They give it to R.J. Bird, and he has stood up, and the play finally whistled dead. 36 seconds. So the play clock now, it's going to be 4th down, but there's going to be precious few ticks left.
They may not have to snap it. It's going to be close within a second or two.
Yeah.
And let's see how much this play clock runs down if we run out of time. And
that's
going to be it. It looks like there was not enough time for Turner's Falls.
Well, Greenfield's celebrating. I hope that they did the math correctly.
Well, yeah, the referee's still kind of hanging in there. Turner's just kind of hanging in there.
Let's see if they stop the clock here for 4th down. It's down to 6 seconds. 5,
MVP,
4, 3, 2, 1.
MVP,
and
R.J.
they pick it
Bird
up,
of the Greenfield Greenway.
and it's over.
Sponsored by the American Legion Post 81.
Greenfield wins it by a score of 40-38 in a absolute classic on Turkey Day. The players now congratulating each other, and man, did these kids put on a show here today. Greenfield wins it. Again, the final 40-38. We'll take a timeout. We will wrap things up right after this on Bear Country 95.3.
That was fun. See, now they could have played 3 times this season. Remember? If the playoffs worked just right. And then this, that would have been amazing.
That would have been,
That was totally incredible.
All right, Dave, play them all out, and I know that the Greenfield Public School spot's not there, so play all of them
George Miller update 28-0 Mohawk final.
Wow. I had Ethel in that game.
I would have.
Yeah, they kept Barry out of the end zone. Wow.
Yep.
Kept everybody out of the end zone. Good. I feel good for Jim Woodward.
Yeah.
All right, now Turners. Tell your classmates to play football for Christmas.
GCTV's coverage of the 2018 Thanksgiving Day football game is brought to you in part by Foster's Supermarket. Visit them at 70 Allen Street in Greenfield. Call them at 773-1100 or go online to fostersupermarket.com. GCTV staff, offering you TV and radio training, production, and support. Greenfield Garden Cinemas. Visit them at 361 Main Street, call them at 774-4881, or check them out online at gardencinemas.net. Replay Music Gear at 370 Avenue A in Turners Falls. You can call them at 413-863-3037 or go online to replaymusicgear.com. The Lange Family. The Lange Family are proud supporters of Greenfield Community Television. Dillon Chevrolet, located at 54 Main Street in Greenfield. Call them at 413-376-4135 or go online to dillonchevrolet.com. Brad's Place at 353 Main Street in Greenfield. Call them at 773-8460 and check them out on Facebook. Thank you to all of our sponsors. All of our productions at GCTV are sponsored in part by Bay State Health, providing the care you and your family need when you need it close to home. Visit them online at baystatehealth.org. Greenfield Savings Bank. Visit them at 400 Main Street in Greenfield. Call them at 774-3191 or go online to greenfieldsavings.com. Greenfield Community College, providing access and excellence in higher education in the Pioneer Valley. Visit them at gcc.mass.edu. The Hammond Family. The Hammond family are longtime supporters of Greenfield Community Television. New Fortune Chinese Restaurant on the Mohawk Trail in Greenfield. Visit them online at newfortunema.com. Call them at 772-0838 and check them out on Facebook. Real Cleaning Services, cleaning Hampshire and Franklin County since 1972. We don't cut corners, we clean them. Check them out online at realclean.com. Call them at 413-422-1143. People's United Bank, located at 45 Federal Street in Greenfield. You can call them at 774-3713 or visit them online at peoples.com. The Solar Store of Greenfield, replacing fossil fuels and nuclear power one home at a time. Visit them at 23 Fisk Ave. Call them at 413-772-3122 or visit them online at solarstoreofgreenfield.com. Thank you to our sponsors for supporting all of GCTV's productions.